for like 3 weeks now. Or 2 weeks now. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Right? Family for a minute.
What?
Up shit
Dude, that is some
man.
weird shit when somebody is posing as another person in the community for weeks and talking as them in chats. What the?
Mr. Fowl. Mouth. Yeah.
Tony, why are you taking everything so like to heart? Like I'm talking about you.
Oh. Sorry.
Throat?
I just choked on. No, I just choked on Skittle, bro. Holy shit.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna die like Prince Idol?
No,
Did he really
bro.
die?
Yeah, dude, he died.
No, dude, don't. No.
Bro.
No.
Bro.
How do you know that?
Lauren is in my chat, and she's confirmed it. And I asked one other person, and I haven't heard back from the other person I asked about. One has confirmed it as well, that I can.
But do you have any proof of it?
Yes, Lauren said she talked to she said she talked to his mother and his girlfriend.
You're telling me that Sean's view is not going to say a word about it?
Well, I don't know. It just happened.
Dude, I heard that he died 3 days ago in your chat.
No, like it just happened.
Somebody wrote down in your chat 2 or 3 days ago that Prince Idol died.
Well,
and I thought it was a joke and laughed about it like, God, man, how could they say that? And now here 3 days later, I'm hearing it again.
Yeah, it has been a joke, actually. It has been said before.
Dude, put 2 and 2 together. If it was a joke running in the community at some point, because I've seen it in 2 different spots in the last 3 days, all of a sudden now it's real?
Yes.
I could no. That's no way. No way. That's too much of a coincidence, bro.
Lauren spoke to his wife all day. The family has been in contact with me. He had sleep problems in the past. He had a seizure in his sleep.
Dude, I honestly, man, people joking around about it 3 days ago and it happens. Like, you know the odds of that? I don't think that I can't believe it.
Yes, that is true. I agree with you. I agree with you. He did not die. He is on Kermit and Friends. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
People found out he is on that channel and he's lying to fake his death.
He's a Kermit Friends.
Yeah, man, because I've seen numerous people, at least 2 different people say he was dead 2 or 3 days
I've
ago.
heard people say he was dead like weeks ago. That was the thing, like Prince Idol died. And then Lauren confirmed. Someone said it again. I think she said it. Wait, let me go up and read. She goes,
yesterday morning.
Salute, Josh. He is gone. Yes, Josh. Where did she say? Prince Idol have a Facebook. Okay, hold on. Killer of Demon broke it, she said. She messaged Prince Idol is gone. Way up. Way up. And then Almighty said Prince Idol not playing a joke. And then she said Pete broke it. And then Almighty said show proof. And then she said I'm not joking. And then he said, is there credible evidence? I'm having a good time. This better not be a joke. Killer Demon broke it. And then she just confirmed it. I mean, if it's someone playing a joke, then I'll take it off my thing. Because I don't want to be, I don't, God forbid, because like I said, bro, that shit happens.
Yeah.
That shit happens, bro.
Okay,
like
Tony,
people fuck around, and when it does happen, like it's bad karma. It's happened before. It's happened many times. So I mean, unless they're playing a joke on me, Inspector says, hope Prince news is a work. Prince entertained the fuck out of me. Killer Demon is still live. They went as far as to make Savannah Idol wrenched in Pete's chat saying rest in peace, Kyle. It's not a work. She just wrote it's not a work on bottom. Chat just came in the chat. So what you tell me, Ken? Am I supposed to tell Lauren that she's lying? I mean,
I'll tell you this, dude. For people because listen, now that I'm thinking about this more, when he was fucking around on YR's channel and fucking around like back in the day when he was, hanging around.
Yeah.
I think he joked around about dying and like said one day like, oh, to YR or something like this, where he was like, oh, pretend I'm dead for the night or some shit. And now that I'm thinking back about it, I'm pretty sure that he did that back in the day, like fucking around. And then, like I said, to see people joking around about it for the last like 3 or 4 days. I don't know if it was like 3 days ago or 4 days ago or 2 days ago. I forget. But I know I seen somebody saying that like 3 or 4 days ago. And then for somebody to say that it actually happened today or yesterday, I just can't see that being the case. I mean, I don't know who's telling what.
Unless he's fucking around. Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, I'm not calling anybody a liar. What they heard. But I'm just saying the coincidence of both of those things.
Prince Machiavelli. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I guess now looking back, it kind of does sound fishy. I mean, I played a tribute video and everything, bro. I had him dancing. I was playing like sad music on my piano. Like I wasn't fucking around. Like I didn't think it was like I was completely like I was tearing up, dude. Like I wasn't fucking around.
I saw it when I looked at my chat and I saw Josh, I think, write it down or somebody.
Yeah, and he went over to you and started telling everybody, oh, Prince Idol died, and he was here first and then went over there.
I heard that like 2-3 days ago still. So I mean, like I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
I hope it's not true, but
that's crazy, bro.
I don't know, man.
I guess we'll just.
What about this Beersy thing? Like, dude, that whole time, that guy in your chat was not Beersy. That's not fucked.
I never checked because I didn't really know who It's Bears
No, I
he
mean,
really
it's not your
was.
responsibility to check and just to make sure it's the right person. So I don't
But
blame
Ken-
you. But I'm just saying, like,
Tony don't
that's
care.
that's fucking crazy.
But let me just tell you, there's a way to check easily. Very easy.
Tony
Look,
don't
all I know
give
is
a
I didn't have
fuck.
to check nothing till tonight when I saw Beersy in my chat say, "Why do you have Minnesota? Why are you supporting Minnesota Vikings?" And I thought to myself, "Well, that's pretty fucking stupid." I didn't think Beersy would ever say anything like that because like
Yeah.
having someone on doesn't mean you support them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I said something to him, and then all of a sudden, the real Beersy appears in the chat and says, "Like, what's going on?" I think somebody said to them, "Oh, you've been hanging out in Tony's chat for the longest time now." What do you, and Beersy was like, "Dude, I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about."
I
And we're
didn't.
like,
I didn't check. Yeah, I didn't check, bro.
I can't believe, dude. I like that. Just makes me like
Shut up.
that's
faggot,
somebody we
Tony.
all know, obviously. Like to use that name.
I can go back and check and just open up and go to his channel and see when it was made.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to your old replays of shit and go into the chat and then click on them, and then you can go to their actual channel. But when
Yeah.
the show's going on live, you can't do that.
Yes, you can. I do it right now. I can do it to anybody. Anybody in the chat. That's what I was
Yeah,
trying to
you
tell
know
you. I've been trying to tell
everything,
you this,
right, Tony?
Cam.
You know everything, right?
It's easy to do, but it's kind of weird to do it. Like it's a trick. You have to pop out the chat. So you pop out the chat. So you go to the chat, live chat, and you go in the corner, and then there's where the top chat is, and you can make that the live chat. Well, next to that, there's 3 little dots. You click on that, and it says manage moderators, participants, toggle timestamp, send feedback, and then there's pop out chat. You pop the chat out, and when the chat's popped out, you can go to any
Tony,
channel. You can click on the name next to it, go to channel, or you can remove, you can do it, add moderator, hide user on this channel, but you can go to anybody's channel. That's how I check if they're a troll or not. Like know that in the chat.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't even have a need to go and do that. Like it was because I haven't seen
That's true.
Beersy
Yeah, you just
around.
got to. Yeah,
for the
but you
longest
could.
time.
But you can. I just want you to know you now you'll get addicted to doing that. You'll be like opening every chat, but it's just a tool to use to be like, all right,
I
this
heard,
guy.
I heard you could also take your chat, and if somebody is watching you but not talking in the chat, you could do something to your chat that you can tell who's watching you, as opposed to them. Like if they're not saying anything in your chat, you don't know that they're there watching you. But there's a way that you could find out who's watching you without them even writing in your chat. Do you know about that?
Yeah, you just go on your participants. You
And
take
you can
out
see
that.
who's watching you, right?
Yes, yes. Now, if you open that same thing, there'll be the go-to channel folder, that little link, and you press that, and you'll pop out chat, and then you'll go to channel. So it's in that same little thing. So fuck around with that. But yeah, the participants always see who's going in the chat. But I was just going over your stream because people told me someone said Ken twisted the narrative, and so I'm just going through it to see what was twisted or what you believed or.
Dude, there's nothing twisted. I'm just being honest on how the shit that I feel and what I see, and I'm making comments on it. And I don't always comment on shit. So when that whole Beersy thing started, that's where the conversation went. I'm not gonna fucking shy away from giving my opinion on shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened. But yeah, I mean, like
You started talking, and there was a couple points that now, if I can remember what you said, that I had answers to, and good points back.
Okay,
But
let's face it, you have answers to fucking everything. You know.
yeah, we both do.
You
Come on,
think
you're
you
the same
do?
way.
Yeah, but dude, I give in though sometimes.
Yeah, because you're older than me. You've gone through it all. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guess so.
Think
I
of you
guess
at 33, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
You wouldn't
maybe-
even be able to say get a word in, bro. You'd be like a firecracker. Come on, you know. You're 45 now, dude. You have like kids, and like you've been through the ringer. You
Yeah.
just like you're like,
Yeah,
dude, I don't have the energy.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Piece of
what I'm
shit.
saying is like the whole thing with Joe. Like,
Faggot.
listen, I 2 years
No,
ago,
that
I was,
fucking guy.
I was doing streams where I was calling him the fuck out for everything that he was doing. I
Fucking
noticed the
hijack
lying. I
our
noticed
community,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that shit.
bitch.
And then once you notice it, and then you know like the whole game with him, all of a sudden you start noticing everything, and it's like it's
Dude.
pretty cringy. It's
Oh,
pretty
it's-
fucking cringy, bro.
We
And
had a
listen,
riot, dude. We had a riot with him.
Dude,
Yeah,
listen, there's plenty of
Tony
times where I
is
hear you
cringy.
talking about him, and I would love to call in and fucking join right in.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
notice this shit too.
Yeah.
But like, I'm to the point now where I'm like, I accept Joe for what he is now.
This is
and
so
that's who Joe is, like,
disgusting.
But you
I'm
see it,
sure-
right?
Yeah, but I'm sure Joe was talking to you honestly, off air, in his
I don't
backyard.
know, Ken.
Tony
I don't
is
know,
so
dude.
fucking
I have a feeling that if you're talking to him,
Ken, he's not like us, bro. He's not like.
talk to him, bro. I spent nights with him overnight and talked with him for hours face to face.
Yeah, and you still know that there's something weird there. That not all the screws are there, bro. There's like some.
What I'm saying is, Joe, if he's comfortable enough and he feels he can be honest with you, I'm sure he would turn around and go, yeah, listen, I have to do that because, that's the whole shtick. It's just a shtick. You know what I mean? And I don't even, like, I'm past the point of saying Joe's a liar, which, yeah, he is, but I'm past it. I'm saying, okay, I accept it as this is Joe's shtick. This is his shit. This is what he does.
That's what
This
I'm
is
saying. I'm the one that's saying it is. I know it is. I know he's really rich. But I just can't stand the way he goes about doing things. There's a way to do it, and there's a way to do it fucking shiesty. And he just takes
You
the
got a
shiesty
lot
route
of
every
room to
time.
talk,
The lazy
bitch.
shiesty route. And it's fucked up. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Shiesty
It's not
fucker.
it's about the quality of man you are. And the certain things he says, like, when he said yesterday, Grammy went to the store to Home Depot to get tools to sand the porch, and Mummy's gonna stay on the porch tomorrow. Well, what the did you hear this, Ken? What the fuck are you gonna do?
Dude,
you know what Joe did?
dude.
Hold on, you know what Joe did that day? He streamed in the afternoon for 2 hours with breaking news. So that was the big work that he had to do. That Mummy had to stay on the deck, and Granny had to go to the store, the Home Depot by herself to get all the tools. That's the kind of guy Joe is. See,
Look,
it's past the-
I
it's past the
understand. I don't
shit
disagree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't disagree with you. But what I'm saying is like,
It's fucking ridiculous.
but he's not worried about what you're doing and saying, right? So it's like,
I don't know.
does he give a fuck about what you're doing and saying? He's not calling you out what you're doing and saying, right? So it's like, yeah, you want to get your opinion out there, and you see some bullshit, you want to call it out.
Yeah, but what's he
like,
gonna call me out on? What's he gonna call me out on? Being fake? I'm not fake. I'm fucking. I'm.
You are.
Ken, you know.
fake.
You've met
Tony,
me.
I got this. You know just as well as I do. If Joe started saying shit about you, he'd be fucking, he'd be pulling out fucking points that, he's going to try to make sense out of it.
Like
what,
what
that's
though?
how he is.
Yeah, but there really isn't.
Okay, listen, he commented about you the other day, and you were sitting there questioning, is he talking about me? Is he talking about me? And I'm listening to it and saying to myself, yeah, dude, he's fucking talking about you. Hello.
What was it? What was it? The Doxer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, he was talking about you.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Well, then he does talk about me, right?
Well, I guess a little bit here and there, and he said shit before, but like when you guys are face to face, like it changes because of what Joe says and does, and it's not like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
To me, I don't care if it's a shtick.
You confuse me though. You confuse me because it's like I know part of you wants to be friends with him and hang out and do shit with him like you did in the past, but then that other part of you is like, oh, you know what, this guy's fucking full of shit.
Yeah,
and
this guy's a fucking burrito. Yeah, you're damn right.
Wow.
But which one are you at now?
Ken, let me tell you, Ken, if you live in
Roman's
Boston,
a
bro,
burrito.
me and you would be hanging out every fucking weekend. If you live 30 minutes from me, do you realize that? You know that, right?
Yeah,
We
I don't know if
you're
I can hang out. You can't even hang out every weekend.
I'm just saying, like, we would be streaming together. We would have done streams and podcasts together already. No doubt about it. At least that, right? At least a podcast together, an hour session. You know what I'm saying? At least a minimum in the last 2 years.
I'll tell you this, like back in the day before any shit went down, yeah, bro, we would have fucking done a ton of shit.
Well, no, what I'm saying is this, Ken. I'm just saying if you live 30 minutes away, I'm just saying if you were Joe,
I live 10 minutes, 20 minutes away from the super ugly guys who had something to do with my shit when I jumped on years ago. They were very like prevalent in it, like in this whole thing. They were involved, they were here, they did shows, they intermingled, they were on Joe's shit, they were on
but Ken, I don't know. What I'm saying is like I enjoy hanging out with you. I had a great time hanging out with you.
Yeah,
I
my
think
point was, even though they lived next to me, I hung out with them a bunch of times, yeah, and I consider them cool guys and I do like them.
Yeah.
But like I don't even barely talk to them anymore. Like the only time I talk to them is I hit them up. You know what I mean?
But Ken, life is all about stages. Things happen in
But
stages.
Ken,
Sometimes you're not going to be like good friends with somebody that you were 3 years
Dude,
ago.
you're
Just
such
things
a
evolve
fucking
and people come and
homo,
go in your life. That's what life is.
What do you think Joe hasn't met up with you?
Homosexual, dude.
I don't know. I haven't really made an effort. Besides making the effort of like, dude, I have your wrestler. You know by now what the deal is.
Do you think he hears all the reviews you do on him or no?
Yeah. I think he watches me every day.
You don't think that pisses him off?
Yeah, but I don't think he gets offended with it because I'm just reacting to what he's posting on YouTube.
Think of your excuse.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going beyond that.
You got so many
I'm not fucking
excuses,
talking about his
man.
family and his kids and shit. I'm strictly making fun of Joe.
Fuck.
And I think he's okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I keep it on YouTube
And you know why he's okay with that?
because he knows I'm reacting to something that's fake.
Yeah, but well, that's part of it. He knows that like he has no defense really because it's like, yeah, if he heard you saying, oh, come on, yeah, it's so funny that every time something, news breaks, I said that 2 years ago, bro. I called him out.
2 years ago? Are you serious?
I swear to Christ. And I was like, something? Joe is so ready to do like these breaking fucking things and they always happen when he's home and he's off. Like I said that like a year and a half ago. Like, this is, that's Joe's. That's how he operates. It's like what he said today and I was listening to him live when he said it. He went, oh, I'm going to go sweat out at work.
Yep.
Went to stay outside. And I heard covering it and I started dying laughing because I was like, yeah, I caught on to that shit because I catch on to all of Joe's shit because I just know.
Yes. And then he did the breath at the end, like sitting in the car, and then he looked up and he was like, "Yep, that was a good stream." And he knows it was a terrible stream because he made $6. So then he's like,
I know that Joe knows that some people caught on to his shit, right? Especially the people that he hears calling him out for it. But
yes.
The thing is, and I explained this the other night, Joe has such a quick turnover ratio on his channel from new people coming in with news that he can afford to be like, okay, that group of people knows I'm fucking bullshitting them now.
Yes.
People have
you're so right, dude. You're so right, dude.
He just moves on to the next group.
You're right. You're so right.
Some of them stick around and say, okay, even though Joe's a liar, I'm still gonna stick here and watch him. Yeah. Most stop donating, but they
well, that's like tonight 10. They have a new guy that's doing sound effects. And he's doing like high voices and low voices, and this kid's greener than fucking the grass in the back. He doesn't know shit, right? He's like the kid looks like he's 10 years old. I got more hair on my fucking balls than he's got on his whole fucking face. I don't know. His name's Asher, right? And he's doing all these Mickey Mouse voices and shit. And Joe's like he's reacting to it, but he's like like what the fuck like. This is
one of those fake like funny laughs, the fake funny ones that he does.
He's like, yeah, but then he mixes in like, oh, this is just weird. Like he doesn't know how to because he's like, oh my god, another fucking sound effects guy. Like, oh, I have to go through it again. And it's like, bro, we already had that. Me and Ken already came through the fucking doors. Now you're gonna have this other schmuck that's gonna be playing sound effects, going, look at me, look what I can do. Hey, kid, oh, I play. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh god. You know.
You know, I don't understand why Joe just doesn't fucking like move forward with like maybe 2 or 3 people.
But Ken, Joe has to react like he loves it. You know, like, oh, that's cool, dude. Like, you can be my sound effects guy because I haven't had that before. You know what I'm saying? Why doesn't he move on? Because he doesn't have that option. He doesn't view it like that. He views it as an open season.
Wow.
He opens it up and he talks. Ken, you know what I did? So check this out. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Some stats. I don't know if you've been listening to me, but I've been really breaking into fucking Cronin and like how shiesty he really is. So let me break down a couple facts. This is why I love it. See, I don't know. Some people cover you understand, Ken. Some people cover YouTube as like content, like they cover one person, and that's basically their content is covering one person. They have this. I don't know what it is, but sometimes communities of hundreds of people watch this guy or girl. Mostly it's a guy, and they rag on one person, whoever it is. I can name a couple of YouTubers that do it, smaller YouTubers, So that's what I do with Joe, and I love fucking breaking into just how snake oil salesman this guy really is. Because at the end of the day, Ken, I know you don't own a house and 2 cars and you're poor. That doesn't happen. It's impossible.
No, I know, dude, I said it too. Like when he would say stuff about I owe $80,000 in taxes, I say to myself, there is no way a man with a house and 3 children will go the whole entire year of making donations and say to himself, you know what? I'm going to spend all that money coming in and not worry about taxes at all. And then at the end of the year, when taxes come around and I have no clue that, oh wow, look, it's February, taxes are coming around. Like I wouldn't think after 10 years of doing it that they would keep coming around every year. I just figured it wouldn't. Right. You know, like you have kids in a house and you're not fucking like taking out for your taxes, and then at the end of the year you turn around and you say, oh, everybody, I need help because I didn't think about paying my taxes. Like, no father is doing that. No father is doing that.
Even that, right? Joe could have took out a loan on his house. He could have took equity out on the house to pay off the IRS. He could have paid, if that 60 grand bill was real, it's full of shit. He doesn't know nothing. But if it was real, he can take out, he can take out equity on the house. He can take out a personal loan of $50,000 and pay off the IRS. Boom. And then he can pay off payments $100 a month, and he can pay that back for the rest of his fucking life if he chooses.
Tony, listen, sometimes, you've told fibs in your day as well. You know you have. So
like what?
Everybody has like little things, little white things here and there. Nothing bad. But like I
don't know about that.
Well, I caught you in a couple of things.
Like what? Like maybe if I forget. No, I agree. I forget if I say something and then forget that. And
it's nothing big deal anyway.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't lie about like what I've done in my past, my growing up, what I did for my band stuff, what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like what am I? Joe lies about his whole fucking life.
No, I get what you're saying, and a lot of your shit is researchable, like so you would know if you lying.
Exactly. But let me just tell you what I did, Ken. So I counted. He has on his page. It has 3K supporters or more, and it has a list of names. So what I did is I counted all the names and I added $3,000 to each of them. And that's minimum because we know like Seth Negan on there has given him like 20 grand. So I rounded each one up to 5 grand to make it even. He had minimum $250,000 in just 25 supporters. Just that.
I know, but Tony, listen, sometimes
you're
too smart for your own good, Tony.
Yeah, but
sometimes you're too smart for your own good, meaning, like, okay, yes, maybe you're right about a lot of the numbers you came up with, but sometimes, like with me personally, and I was thinking this before, when you were talking about Joe, and I was listening to you, I think like a day ago, and you were talking about Joe, I thought to myself, well, what if he's wrong about this? Like, yes, you're probably right about a lot of shit you're saying, but sometimes there's shit that like you'll harp on that you might be wrong about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Ken, if it's okay if I'm wrong about it, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment, because guess what, Ken? If you don't want it spoken about on YouTube, then don't speak about it.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? So anything he speaks about on YouTube is fair game for me. So
Joe fucks himself, dude, because Joe gives out too much information to prove himself wrong after a while.
No, Ken, he gives out too much information because he's lying and he doesn't care.
Oh, I get that, but what I'm saying is sometimes he does it so much that he contradicts his lies. You know,
of course. Of course, but who's going to call him out on that? Garguts?
Nobody really does.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody, you know why? Nobody with a set of fucking intestinal fortitude. I think that's what it is. Who commented? Someone told me I said it wrong. I said testicular fortitude, and I think it was intestinal fortitude. But all those people left. All those people that had minds, JB, you, fucking down the list, they all left. You know why? And then Joe sits there and wonders, hey, why did everybody leave me? That's why my shows have been going. Well, dude, that's why why your shows have been going down? Because everybody that had talent, you shit on and pissed on and thought that it was a give me and thought that you deserved it and they deserve and they just they're gonna be there for you because you're Joe Cronin. Wrong, buddy.
Well, Joe, see, that's why I said what I said years ago, like it was like about a year and a half ago when I was really like noticing a lot of shit about him. I said, Joe has his head so far up his own ass and he spends so much time in that basement that he doesn't know reality anymore. And he says these things and it's like, dude, you know what kind of a moron you fucking sound like? And I said it tonight, like a one-off. I was willing to do a one-off, right? I was even willing to fuck around and like do a live stream with me and him or anyone else could talk and fucking talk about everything. Now at this point, dude, like honestly, I'm like, no, it's not even worth it to fucking even do that because you know what? I go and I do a one-off with him and you know what it turns into? More bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit, because you can't believe fucking mostly anything and everything is like this veil over it and this big secrecy and this like, and I understand, like he in his mind, he thinks this is what I got to do to keep the money rolling and to survive. And it's like, no, you don't need to do that.
That's the only way he's known.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't understand that.
Here's the thing, Ken. See, what happened with him is he was begging before. The big thing was begging for a house, right? With my kids, we need a house. We need to, be a family. And that was the big thing. And that's what he banked on, right? And once he got that house and achieved everything, well, he didn't know what card to play. So he kept playing the same card that got him the house. And that doesn't work. At some point, the people that supported you and got you to that moment and got you to they want just as much recognition as you have. And then you still cry for mouth and cry that you're not there. And what? The people that got you to the moment, they're not good enough anymore. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Everybody has an op. Everybody has an
Yeah.
Ock, right?
Oh,
Where's Joe's Ock? Well, we know where Joe's Ock was. It was when he got the house, right? But now he's still crying like he doesn't have the house. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't work for the people that supported him.
Yeah, he's making it that way, bro. But I got news for you. There are some people that have donated to him for like 3 years that still donate to him and believe what he says.
Fucking gross.
Yes.
You know, these are people who they have minds of their own and they're not dumb people and they believe him. You know.
Yes, because it does work. Listen, you will get a couple of people. I mean, if you have 70,000 subscribers and probably
Tony
40,000
will
dead,
dox you. Yes, he will.
but you will get at least a handful of people that will donate to you, and that will get you by.
The great
And for
Tony
Joe, it's
will
worked his
dox
whole
you,
career. And especially, do you know that the wrestling community
That's what he
is one of the
does.
biggest, as far as money makers? It's always trending on Twitter. It's always in the top searches for YouTube. It's in the top 10. It's in the top 10 for profit. So covering wrestling isn't a bad thing to do.
No. So listen, he was
And
very
he's
smart.
grandfathered in.
Yo, you know, he didn't come on this covering wrestling in the beginning, right? And then he latched on and said to himself, wow, you know, covering wrestling will keep me pumping out people and it'll keep me relevant. And he was smart doing what he did. He was very smart.
Yes,
like,
yes.
himself. And it did. It did.
I'm not saying, I think Joe is brilliant. There's a side of me that says this fucking guy is a fucking mastermind.
Yeah, he is in so many
Absolutely.
ways. But wait a second. But wait a second. He thinks he's more brilliant than he really is, though. All right. I mean, the guy's talented to all hell, but he also thinks that, hey man, I could fucking lie with the best of them. And he thinks that, you know, people are just dumb fucking marks, man. Like we are just. He really does think that we're. And you know what? I told this story. I told this story a couple of times. The first time I spoke to him on the phone, right? We were bullshitting with each other, and my coworker was sitting next to me, listening to the phone call that was on the speakerphone. And this guy looking at me while I'm talking to Joe, and Joe turned around. And he was talking about like entertainment and like, you know, working in the entertainment field and like, you know, his channel and like what he does and blah blah blah. And then he goes and just like mentions like something to me about like, you know, what's the name they use for people that aren't in the army? Oh, civilians, right? And he goes, oh, you know, and a lot of these civilians, you know, like they'll just, and I went, well, I went in my mind, I looked at my friend. And
I remember this story,
like, he was like, did he just say civilians? And like, after I hung up the phone, my friend, which I thought was weird that he said civilians, he looked at me and said, bro, that dude said civilians. Like, that was really weird. And I said, yeah, dude, I thought the same thing. Like, what the fuck is this? This guy thinks he's like, you know, like he's,
Rockstar.
You know, yeah, like he's like fucking the host of
like he's Ozzy Osbourne or something, bro.
Yeah, ever since then, I was like, you know, yeah, this guy's got a very big head for himself. Like, meaning he thinks he's like this.
And that's where,
you know,
yes, Ken, and that's where me and him get in this tussle because see, I was the rock star that he was never.
Yeah, and this is why he doesn't play me on his shit. This is why he erased me from the history of his show. And somebody mentioned this the other day about, hey man, look how many times Joe goes and plays Tommy's voice or Drew's voice or one of the
plays Tommy clips all day today.
Yeah, and like he'll go and he'll play all these Dr. Earl and Minnesota Vikings and like all these people. He'll go and play all their clips, right? Which he never played any of those people's clips until I started fucking around with clips from people in the community. He never clipped not one soul in this community until I started doing it. No, dude, this guy never clipped people in the community. He would only clip like maybe if you're lucky, he would clip maybe a wrestling thing or if that. He would never anybody in the community clip until I started clipping motherfuckers in this community, and then he started doing it. So there's a lot of things, right? Even though this guy doesn't put me on all this shit and erase me from it, and he plays everybody else who left JB, he plays his sound bites, he plays everybody's shit, especially at the beginning of his show tonight when he plays that whole intro. Everybody who left's voice is there except for mine, right? And there's a reason why. It's the same thing like you were saying a couple of days ago, where Joe views certain people as a threat because he feels, okay, this person is very talented and I'm threatened by them because if I show them too much or I fucking talk about them too much, they're gonna probably get people that'll stick around them from me. And that's the way he thinks. And then
he surrounds himself with untalented people like Garguts and Jesse.
Yes, and you get people like Garguts and Jesse who like, you know,
who can't get a fucking subscription. Garguts latches onto Joe and he can't get more than 10 people in his chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen, you can't blame him too because I hear you talk about him sometimes how bad he is and like you say horrible shit about the guy sometimes. And I'm thinking to myself like that guy, he's really not fucking hurting anybody. He's just trying to garner, you know, some people to listen to him.
Yeah, listen to him fucking lie, Ken. Listen to him lie.
Yeah, he does lie too.
Yes, Ken. He's the worst liar of all. But his lies are harmless. I agree because they're stupid. Like, yeah, man, I went to go see the show and it's just fucking they're ridiculous and they entertain me. Garguts entertains me. His lying and his fucking ridiculousness. I actually get a kick out of it, bro. I actually get a fucking kick out of it. And what I do is I use these people for my joy. What I get a kick out of certain people.
Say to you, listen, I judged you judging people and like and reviewing them and shit. But I'll tell you this: if you're honestly sitting there and telling me that you enjoy doing it and you get a kick out of it, then you know what? It's really not drama and it's really not something that should be considered to be like, you know, warring with a person and reviewing them.
Oh no. Yeah,
if you're enjoying it, then that's a different story because if you enjoy doing something that, like, you know, you should do it. But that doesn't mean at the expense of other people and all that.
No, but I'm not being malicious and like I don't wish any ill will. Like I said this a million times. Like if Joe called me right now and said, dude, like I need help, my kids are in trouble and my car is fucked and I'm on the highway, I would be the first one to fucking drive down and help him. With not even a question asked. Not even you wouldn't even have to say again, dude. I'd get my shoes on and I would say, where do you need me to be? At any time of the night for that guy. So I don't hate him. I wish him the best. But the shit he does on YouTube, bro, I have to laugh.
But there's a thin line too, also, like, and I really feel this way. Like, a lot of people shouldn't point the finger until they batten down their own shit first. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you need to do that. I mean, like, you know, I'm just saying in general, like, people who point the finger, if they got their own shit going on and they're accused of doing shit, well, they got to look in the mirror first. You know what I mean? And like, I should take my own advice, and I have because I've shut my mouth the last couple of months about shit because I said, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna be judging the next guy when I have my own shit that I should take care of.
What happened with this chili cheese day guy? What did he say? I heard something like he left because of me or something. Someone said that in the chat, like this thing, like chili cheese day left because of me.
He didn't say that to me that he left because of you. He didn't say that to me. No, he didn't say that to me. I guess somebody put his shit out and like, you know, he was like, fuck that, man. Like, I'm not fucking with that.
I don't even know who Chili Cheese J is from a hole in the wall, bro. And I could care less about that fucking guy. So I don't even know anything about him.
No, he's not a bad guy, bro. He's
No,
not-
no.
I'm
But,
sure you do,
but I
you
don't care about
lying
him, and
fucker.
I wouldn't ever put his
You
information
know
out. 'cause I don't
everything
even know him
about
in the whole world.
everybody. You
I just know he's came to my chat a couple
lying
times.
bitch.
Chili cheesecake. But anyways,
He's got no
Yeah,
beef. He's not a bad dude.
Keep
So like,
calling
you know,
him
I don't know
that.
why people are fucking with him, but like,
What
I
a
think at this
dick.
point, people get a kick out of fucking with people because there's so many
What a
people who are just like,
fucking
as soon as they see their
dick.
shit, they're like, yo, I'm out.
yeah.
And it's like, as long as people are leaving like that, well, then there's gonna be people testing everybody. You know, to see if they're gonna leave. And
But I ain't that guy.
They gotta kick out of that
But
shit.
the funny thing is, I'm the guy that's, hey, listen, bro, I had my shit public since I was 15. So I came in this community as Tony from Reveal.
Yeah, but
That was 50%
lying.
of the fucking docs right there.
You're
I don't give a
lying
fuck.
right there,
You know what I'm saying?
though.
And the difference is, I've learned from my mistake that
You've
not
been
everybody's like me,
lying from the
and not everybody's as
get-go.
open as me. And like I said, our situation,
Never
bro,
have
I've had
told the
tremendous,
truth,
and you know this,
Tony,
tremendous
ever.
remorse for you,
So-
publicly and privately. We've had
Lied
that
from
discussion.
the
You know,
get-go,
it's almost at
from the
nauseam. You're like,
very
all right, dude,
start.
shut the fuck up. Like, I get it. I understand. Like,
You shut
we don't have to
the
go back.
fuck
Like,
up.
shut up. And I'm like,
You
no,
shut
Tony,
up,
I'm really sorry.
fucker.
Like, that's not me. That's
Shut
not
up,
in my, it's
fucking
not in my
bitch.
nature.
But Tony, like the one thing that I was like, what the fuck was when you were like, oh, they shut my cable off, and I'm thinking like, how are you live streaming then? Like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, are you fucking around? Like, what do you?
What do you mean?
Fucking
Well, because
lying-ass
they
bitch.
no, dude, it did happen. They shut my cable off, bro, and my stream ended. Like, it happened.
Oh, well, I'm saying you said the other day like, oh, my cable's gone. They took it off, and you were live streaming. So I was like, how the fuck is he live streaming?
No,
His cable? You know what I mean?
If I said it, so what happened is, yeah, I was streaming, and then all of a sudden my stream shut off, and I was like, that's fucking weird. Maybe my computer just, did something. I go to
All
reset
he
and it says your
does
internet is
is
not connected,
fucking
and I'm like, what the
lie.
fuck? And I look at my thing, and then I check. I
Oh,
tell
like, I didn't hear you say that. I just said
Yeah.
that you were online. And you're like, yo, they shut my cable off.
no, and then I tell my girl, and this was actually why I was on the call with me, so he can attest this. He was actually on the private phone call with me when it went down, and I was on Skype on my phone, so this call didn't get disconnected. And
Fucker.
we continued rolling with just the phone call because I didn't hang up on
Fucking
him. So he heard the whole
fucker.
conversation. I was like, babe, and she's like, the account's suspended. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's gonna take like 40 hours for it to go on. And then we paid the bill. It was like $150 because we were past due, and they hit us with all these fucking charges, right? So then we get the fucking thing, and then I'm resetting, and I'm waiting, and like 25 minutes goes by, and then all of a sudden it turns on. I'm like, shit, it went through. I thought it was gonna take hours, and then we started up again. We started streaming. While I was on the call, and that was the one of the streams. You'll see us starting the call. I'm like, all right, here we go, guys. If it doesn't work, this like if something goes down, dude, then I give up. And why I was
I'll
on the
mention
call.
this before I forget about it.
Go ahead.
Listen, Minnesota Vikings, okay?
This guy,
I'm
he's
telling you
obsessed
right
with me, bro.
Yeah,
and I know that the guy
yeah,
the fake
I'm
beers, he called me
obsessed
out
with
for
you.
having him on my stream because he was like, you're going to support
Fuck
this guy?
you.
And it's like, listen, I know
Fuck
that there's people
you.
that fight with Minnesota and are bowling with him, and you're one of the guys that don't see eye to eye with him.
No,
I get that.
that's not
But what I'm
right,
telling
man.
you is, I know for a fact that Minnesota Vikings does not dox people. Like, I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
He does not
listen,
dox people. Like, not
fucker.
dox people. Like, doesn't
Listen.
go and call jobs and doesn't go and fucking
Yeah,
like,
well, I know
Yeah,
he's doxed me
bitch.
in my channel. He's doxed me on phone call, saying my name, saying my full name,
No,
saying my
you
city,
haven't
saying,
did
like all that
100
shit. He's done that plenty of times. But
You
I've had
did it
Minnesota.
100
I understand.
times.
I've had him on my call, and we had a good time a couple weeks ago, and that's the way I thought
No,
it
he
ended with
didn't.
him, and we have laughs or whatever.
No,
I mean,
he
I-
didn't,
that's what I
you
meant to say,
lying
hacker.
fucker.
no, yeah, I've learned this
People
about.
I
are-
just wanted to see
Like,
what you
he's the
had
guy
to say.
who
does not have people like
Lying-ass
he doesn't
bitch.
even have a fucking laptop.
Yeah,
anymore.
You're
but he
a
doxes
lying
him.
fucker.
Okay, so he might have doxed you. And I had a conversation with him tonight on my show where I was like, okay, let me ask you this. Is there a difference between showing somebody's phone number, showing somebody's
Just a
address, or showing somebody's
lying-ass
name?
bitch.
Or is it all the same thing?
Fuck,
And he kept
man.
saying, well, if you only did it once, and I said, well, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, is there a difference between
Yeah,
those
no,
three
it's all the
things?
same.
And he agreed, oh no, they're all the same, whether you show somebody's phone number, address, or their fucking name, right? He
Tony
said they're all the
did
same.
it
So I said to him,
800
well, then
times,
doesn't that make you just as bad as anybody else that shows houses
Fucker.
or names or anything?
Yeah.
And he was like,
Fucking
well, no, I only did it
piece of
once.
shit.
And I'm like, I get that, but doesn't that make you just as bad? Because in your own fucking answer that you just gave me, that makes you just as bad if you're going to go show somebody's phone number or name.
Yep.
So, like, but my point is, yeah, he's done that, but I'm telling you, he doesn't hack people. Like, I know that for a fact. He's not capable of it. Would he do it if he
Tony's
probably would do it to a couple of people in this
capable of
community if he could do it, but he doesn't. He doesn't do it. I'm telling you right now. I know for a
Tony's
fact
real
he does not hack
capable
people.
of it.
Yeah.
Okay, doxing shit. Yeah, he's you know, I heard you say he did it. A couple other people said that he doxed somebody's phone number. He even admitted to it. So, my point is, like, you know, he's not fucking a hacker. You know what I mean?
No, I think I just run with it for a joke. You know what I'm saying? But that guy's talking mad shit about me, dude. Mad shit.
Dude, I know he's talked shit about me. He's talked shit about
But I
himself.
don't even talk about
I
him.
ain't
Honestly,
even
the only
begun,
person I talk shit
Tony.
about
You
is
think
really
I'm
right now is
talking mad shit about
Cronin
you?
and like his cronies. Like I make fun of him. Like that's
I
it.
fucking,
Like,
I'm gonna
I'm really
bring
only
it
going
to
at
the
Cronin.
next
That's like
level.
my thing. That's what I'm staying on. Gaming,
fucking
trucking,
multiple
cannabis talk,
sclerosis
and shit on
fucking
Cronin.
dick
That's like my
sucker.
thing. Or doing reviews of anybody else
Listen
that
here,
talks about
you
me. Like
fucking-
Pro V just did a video yesterday talking about me. Dude.
Listen here, you fucking dick sucking, multiple sclerosis, fucking heroin addict. Fuck you, Tony. I talk mad shit about you. Fuck, I'll bring it to the next level, motherfucker. I'll bring it to the next level of talking mad shit. Why don't you go fucking boil up another fucking spoonful of heroin and fucking shoot it in your veins? You fucking lying ass saying you've been clean for 3 years. Why don't you go bang some more fucking heroin? You fucking drug dealing heroin fucking addict fucker.
Dude, and I just lit him up, bro. I absolutely fucking lit him up, dude. Like that kid's a bum. That kid's a bum, bro.
That dude's
a
extremely fucking
heroin
weird.
addict.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
there's something like going on with that guy. That, like,
Yeah, he's like, He's like talking about me, and yes, Almighty, the stolen valor thing did cross the line.
You're a
That was
That guy had the
definitely
balls to go and talk shit about my
heroin
wife. Mind
addict.
you, people have shitted all over his wife
Why are you
multiple
trying to
times in
get
this community. I never
donations?
fucking went there, not one time out of respect to her, because I was cool with her.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
heroin
And spoke with her every once in a while, and I was cool with her. Figured
Yeah.
I was cool with them. He talked this shit about my wife like a couple months ago. I could not believe the shit he was saying because I just never expected this guy who knew my wife, I talked to her a couple times,
Fuck
to say this about her. And
Bro,
he
he's always talking
went-
shit about you.
Oh,
I
dude,
told
he
you.
It's hard. You know why he
Shoot
talks shit
some
about
more
me? Because
heroin,
he's got this
Tony.
hang up of like being like a YouTuber or somebody important online.
Yes.
And if you see somebody with even just the littlest, tiniest support, it drives him so jealous that like he turns into a living, breathing lowlife.
Yeah.
And this is what Real Talk told me about him before Real Talk died. Literally 3 days before he died, he
No
told me,
way.
"Ken, this
Sounds
guy
like
is
you're
a
talking about
scumbag to the
Tony.
fullest extent of a scumbag." And I
No
was like,
fucking way.
I said to him, "Dude, Real, come on, man. Are you serious? Like, you were really good friends with this guy." And he was like, "Dude, I don't know why I was." And he fooled me because he is a wolf
He's a
wearing
shiesty. Yeah, yeah. He's
He's a
real.
wolf with cheap clothing.
Yeah,
I
Definitely
couldn't
that's
believe
Tony.
that Real Talk was saying this about him. I
He's
couldn't
super
Tony
fake, bro.
all the
He's
way.
super fake. You can tell the way he talks like, hey, yeah, okay, guys. It's all love, man. Much
He's
love,
a drug
guys.
Drug
Yeah,
addict.
yeah, he's a fucking junkie, bro. He's looking at the thing. He's like, I gotta
See?
shave my beard and shit. I'm like,
you're
dude, I was
a
making fun of his shit. I'm like,
heroin
dude, you look all
addict,
crusty, bro. I was like, you see my beard? You see how every hair is fucking trimmed to perfection?
And he's like, his teeth, dude, look like they wouldn't. You know, that's a crap. So, you know what? And like him talking shit about my wife, like, dude, I would
Fuck
put
that
my
dude.
wife, I would put my wife up against his wife any fucking day of the week. And this guy had the balls to turn around and talk shit about my wife, right? Meanwhile, look at what the fuck he has for a wife. It looks like a
Bro,
dude.
for him, his wife is fucking like, you know,
Mustache. She's got a fucking full blown Tommy NC mustache, dude.
bro, but for him, that girl, his wife is like, you know, who's the Maxim model on the fucking latest Hobbit, bro? Because that guy is a fucking snake oil shyster, fucking fugazi motherfucker.
Yeah,
Beyond
you are,
belief,
Tony.
bro.
You
Yeah,
are.
it's
Like
definitely.
that dude. So he goes around making videos, standing in his house, going, "See my house, Tony."
It's childish, dude. That's like a 14-year-old video, like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. He's going, hey, see, Tony, this is my house. See, you don't have a house, but this is my house. And I go, bro, it ain't even your house. You ain't even on the paperwork. It's your wife's house. You fucking cretin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
both
stop
dudes.
bragging. Give your wife some credit. I said, give your wife some fucking credit.
And
You
dude,
know?
Real Talk told me all about him, bro. And like I said, I couldn't believe what he was saying to me because I just didn't think that of him. And like all of a sudden, it was like it all became true once I saw his true colors. Because don't forget, I left off with this guy where I told him that Real Talk died. We were on the phone together. This guy was sobbing like a fucking baby, right? And he couldn't believe it. He was in shock. And the next time we spoke to each other, it was all love. And it was all like, man, I can't believe he died. Like, we got to keep in touch and keep him alive and all this shit he was saying, right? And then that was the last time I talked to him. And like 2 months went by. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh man, I haven't spoken to him in a while. I got to hit him up soon and see how he's doing. And all of a sudden I hear him talking all this shit about me. And I was like,
Yeah, I remember you
what?
said that. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and he accused me of going into his chat
And
talking
revealing
about-
something that
Yeah,
he only told you.
which is bullshit because obviously it's bullshit because I wasn't even in his
Amazing.
chat. And he swears up and
No.
down, oh, that's got to be Kenny because only he knew what this person is saying in the
Yes,
chat.
yes.
Right.
That-
That's another thing. If fucking Tony ever talks about his memory being bad, that's a lie. This fucker proves that his memory is as good as it is and can remember anything at any time. So don't ever let Tony bullshit you about saying his memory is fucking bad, because that's absolute fucking bullshit.
That was the
And
big
I'm like,
thing.
dude, I'm like, you know what? You can think that all you want. The bottom line is, it wasn't me. I mean, whether you want to believe me or not, that's fine. It was not me. And why, if I'm willing to go into his chat and say all this shit that he told me, why wouldn't I be willing to fucking stand by it myself and say it myself? Why
Yeah,
would
you
I?
always said if I'm gonna say something, I'll say it. You know, if I need to say it, I'll say it to you.
What would be the purpose of that? To get him mad on a
Yeah.
trigger?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like nobody cares about you, Pro V. Like,
Why would I put myself in that position and say to myself, well, I really want to troll Pro V right now,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do something that's totally going to out myself that it's me. Like really?
Yeah.
You know, it just makes no sense. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe one day he'll realize that wasn't me. And maybe he'll say to himself, man, I fucked up there with that dude because like this guy had no problem with me whatsoever. And I fucked it, you know. And you know what? He's probably done that to a lot of people because the way that Real Talk told me what went down with him, because don't forget, these two used to hang out together and their wives used to hang out together almost every fucking weekend, bro. Okay?
yeah.
Every weekend. They would go on double dates. They would go out to dinner. Yo, Real Talk gave him thousands and thousands of dollars worth of clothing and shoes. Okay.
Shoes that he's probably still fucking wearing. That's
Yeah,
fucking,
and Real Talk's wife gave his wife a ton of clothing, like Gucci shit, all this expensive shit.
what the
that
fuck?
she-
What were they into? Like, what is Real Talk into? Like that? Like big clothes, like designer shit.
Yeah, yo, Real Talk, you know, he's a brother, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he had fashion, you know what I mean? And he had like, had like, and then this was
What a
shit that-
fucking shame he died, huh? What a shame.
and you know what's
Tony
fucked up? It's
don't
like,
even
you
know
know,
what
the
he's
shit that he told me about him. I didn't
talking
like, not that I didn't believe it, but I was like, Real Talk, could you ever be friends with him again? He was like, absolutely not. And when I spoke to Pro V, this is after Real Talk died, and I told Pro V, like, dude, Real Talk said that maybe one day he could find it in his heart to forgive you and you guys can be friends again. And he was like, I'm so glad you told me that, man, because I didn't want to think of him dying and being so upset with me that, and when he died, did not make that right. And I was like, no, don't worry about it, man. He knew that deep down you're a good guy. And I was like thinking about that the other day and saying to myself, and really he wasn't a good guy deep down. And I lied to him because I didn't want him to feel bad. And you know what? I should have just been fucking honest with the guy. I was trying to protect him.
Yeah.
And I scrubbed in shit for it. I got my
Oh
big,
shit. So wait. So you, if you told him what the truth was,
it would hurt him.
yeah.
You know, I was cool with him at that point. And I didn't want to hurt him.
So when did you tell him the truth?
I never did. I'm just saying it now. Dude, I didn't even have a chance to speak with the guy after he started ripping me to shreds, and I didn't even know why. And then I heard, oh, because you were in a chat and you said some shit. You
So the
told.
truth that Pro V was like that he said like this guy's a fucking fugazi, he's a fucking flake.
Dude, he told me never to trust him. That he's a fucking. This is his words exactly. He is a wolf in sheep clothing. He is a liar. He is a fake. He is a piece of shit. What he did to me and my wife was so disrespectful and so fake.
What did
and
he
goes,
do?
Dude, all right, so Real Talk, used to hang out with him all the time.
Yeah.
When Real Talk moved, right? He moved to New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Real Talk was doing a show in Vegas, right? And told Pro V, hey, I'm doing a show in Vegas. Do you and your girl want to come to it? Because he used to go to his shows. And supposedly Pro V said, yes, I want to go, me and my wife. So he reached out to the people he had to reach out to, told them, my boy's coming down, VIP, him and his girl. He got them tickets. He worked everything out.
Yeah.
And I guess at the last minute, Pro V hit him up and told him that he couldn't come. And Real Talk was like, dude, I pulled all kinds of strings to fucking do this for you, And he was like, it's an emergency. And Real Talk was like, oh, okay, if it's an emergency, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
What do you do? And supposedly later on, Real Talk found out that it never was an emergency, that it was all just bullshit, and he didn't want to go to it, and he bailed out at the last minute. So Real Talk fucking flipped out on him, and he admitted that it wasn't really an emergency, that he just didn't want to go. And Real Talk was like, you know what, you're a fake fuck, and like you lied to me, and you fucking tell me it's an emergency and all this shit, and he just sat there and lied to me. Go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna be friends with somebody that I can't trust.
Yeah.
And edited him right then and there. And he said that he lied to him so bad and made up all this bullshit. And that he said, you know what, like even if he didn't want to come, and he said, dude, I don't want to go. He's like, I still would have respected the guy, but because he lied to my face numerous times, I couldn't be friends with him no more.
Yeah.
That he's a snake in the grass. After I gave him all I gave him, and he gave him a lot, man. Like he hooked him up, like really hooked him up. He didn't just give him clothing. He introduced him to people. He did a lot for the guy.
Yeah.
And Pro V fucked him over, man. And
Well, some people are just like,
And by the way, I got to speed it up to 1.75 because I can't fucking handle it any longer than that. There's still 2+ hours, and I got it speeded up fucking 1.75 because I can't deal with it any more than that. So fucking at least the first hour is almost burned up. There's 3 hours of Ken, 3.5 hours almost of Ken and Tony on fucking Tony's stream yesterday morning.
it's like that, Ken. I'm sure you've dealt with people the same, being from New York. I've dealt with the same. And you learn, and that makes you, it makes you hardened, it makes you calloused. Sometimes for the worse, but
Rose.
sometimes for me it's the better. I've gotten screwed plenty of times. I've gotten played. I was working, I was out in the let's say 10 years ago, out in the streets.
That's why I had to record this one and review it.
I was going to buy make a flip. So I used to flip fucking packs of perks, right? So I would flip 30 blues for $3,000, or I'd flip 50 blues for $5,000, or I'd flip, whatever it is. And I was doing a $500 play, just a small play.
You're a drug dealer.
I think it was $500 for
nice.
what was it, 10 of them? 10 pack?
Way to be a drug dealer.
But anyways,
Tony.
so
Nice.
my head wasn't in the right place, and I've done plays with this guy before, big money plays, 5,000, 7,000, 3,000. So giving him $500 was nothing, right?
Tony.
That was nothing. So I give him $500. I'm in my car. He's like, yo, I'll be right back. And I'm like, all right, because I drove him to this place, so obviously I need to drive him back. We drove like 10 minutes. I took him in the car. You know what I'm saying? So once I pull up to the place, he's on the phone. He's like, yo, did you I remember him saying, you at where I'm at? You just do it, man. Just do what I said. And then he hung up. So I thought it was him calling his boy, getting it ready, right? So I'm like, all right, he's gonna meet his boy, and then we're gonna get the shit. He's gonna come back in the car. We're gonna be off, and we're gonna do work. So he's like, all right, I'll be right back. So I give him the 500. He goes in the house. I see the house. He's going in, and I'm waiting there, right? And like 5 minutes goes by. I'm like, all right, 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by, Ken. 20 minutes goes by, Ken. I'm like, all right, bro, I think I've been here long. Like, what the fuck? So I start texting him, getting no answer. I text him again, no answer. Then I start calling him, no answer. Calling him, no answer. Calling him, no answer. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, this guy. Oh, hold on. We got a new prescriber. What? Thank you, what, for the prescription. So I'm like, so fucking don't trust anybody.
What?
we'll have a Stone Cold a what fucking screen name in the chat or something. Watch, guarantee you in the next 2 minutes we'll have like a Stone Cold. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody's screen name. Guaranteed that'll be a screen name. Don't trust anybody. Watch that. Watch what will happen. So Ken, I'm calling this dude. I'm like, bro, I got played. Like, he took my money. He went in the house and he had his boy he drove off with his boy, and he just duped me. He went in the front and he went out the back. So I go in the fucking house, dude.
Too bad.
So I call him. I don't get an answer. I start going in the house because he went in like an apartment, right? So I go in the fucking apartment, right? And I'm coming in heavy, right? You know what I'm saying, Ken? So I'm good. I'm like, I'm fucking strapped up. I'm like, what's the deal, bro? Okay. So I go in and there's this little I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, and I open the door and it's unlocked and I'm like, hey, is phone somewhere? And they're like, what? No, you know, here, no, nobody. And I'm like, it's an Asian family. And I'm like walking in the house, like looking around, and they're like, what are you doing? Right? So I leave. And then I'm fucking on a pursuit, bro. I go upstairs and I knock on the house. I'm like, yo, is so-and-so here? And they're like, no, it's another Asian family. I'm like, this motherfucker, this guy that he left with must have been Asian. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't see a tall black guy? This guy was like 6'6", bro. He was like a tall ass black dude. Like this dude could jam it like nobody's business. Like, this dude was a tall brother, bro. Literally 6'7", 6'6", but thin, like 170 pounds soaking wet. Could break him like a pencil, right? So fucking, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, this guy fucking duped me, bro. So I'm like, bro, this is crazy. My head wasn't right. Like, I got played. I call him. He's like, yeah, bro. He answers. I'm like, because I know where his grandmother lives, because I've done work with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I know where he lives, right? I'm like, bro,
Suck
you better
his
fucking,
dick.
you better let me know what the deal is before I go to Grammy's house and light shit up. I'm like, you already know what time it is. And he's like, meet me at the Lynn playground, the Lynn complex. So it's like the worst part in Lynn. You know where Lynn is. It's like the worst part. It's up the street from Revere, but it's the worst part, like in the fucking projects. So I go there and I'm shook at the same time because he has my money. Like I'm at his mercy. I got nothing, bro. At the end of the day, and I'm waiting there, and like I call him. He's like, yeah, I'll fucking be there, bro. Just wait there, bro. I'm like, all right. So he's gonna come. He's either gonna give me my money back or give me the pack. And he never shows up. Never answers the phone. That's it. Nothing, right? So, you know, I'm not gonna say what happened after and shit because you know me, I'm fucking stupid. so what I'm saying is a lot of things have changed, but at the end of the day, like when my head wasn't there, I got played. You know, people are scumbags. You know, sometimes you trust people and you do work with people, and I'm like, bro, this dude, I'm like, bro, I called him. He ended up answering or whatever, and I knew at that time I wasn't getting the money. It was over. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew at that point, like it's done. Like you got beat, bro. That's the deal. I'm like, bro, you fucked this up. All that work over fucking $500, bro. I'm like, the least you could have done is get like a 10K bag on me or something. Like it ain't my money. I would have been shoot up liver, but $500, like at least I can pay that back. But I'm like, $500, like you ruined that over that. So ever since that moment happened, I kind of been like it doesn't matter what the past has been with people. I've learned that business is business, and at the end of the day, what people's morals and values are is what their own mind is, and you'll never understand it. And sometimes people are just stupid, and they'll fuck things up for stupid shit, and at the end of the day, th'll regret it, you know, down the line.
Well, that goes back to like what you're saying right now. It goes back to like the people that are fucking with, you know, that fuck with Chili Cheese J. Like here's a guy who's like he poses no threat to anybody, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
some people might not. Some people might not like him because maybe they don't like who he is or they don't like his voice or whatever it may be. You know, not everybody likes it, right?
Isn't that the kid that's a broadcast? Isn't he like a radio dude or something? Isn't that like a radio dude?
I think so, yeah. And I think that's like one of the issues is like somebody was like saying shit about like his job and shit. Like, you know, that goes back to like all this shit. Like that shit shouldn't be happening, bro. Like, you know, just to fuck with somebody's life for no fucking reason, it's not fucking right, man. You know, like even if you don't like them, even if you don't fucking like them, like leave the person alone.
It's fucked up.
Leave them alone. You know,
people are obsessed with it, Ken. They are obsessed with it, bro. See, and it goes back, and I always think to my situation, and you know, me and you weren't arguing when I did what I did to you. I did what I did as an offensive tactical move.
Dude, I don't believe that for a second because I was arguing with you at that point, bro. I just got done a day before you did that same shit I said about your parents' grave.
Are you sure?
So I'm positive.
My parents' grave. Wait, my parents' grave. What did you say about my parents' grave?
Remember I said I'll take a shit on your father's grave?
Yeah, but
it was a day before you doxed me, bro. It was like hours before you doxed me.
But the devious doxer already said he'll desecrate on my parents' grave.
No, but listen, I said this months ago when me and you argued. It has nothing to do with it.
Sure?
I'm positive, bro. I know what I said.
You said I'll take a shit on your parents' grave, and I was like,
no, I said about your father because we were arguing back and forth, and you said something, and I fucking came back with that.
He's got bad memory.
Listen, I don't know why you don't remember it, but you did comment on it. You did comment on it, and you spoke to me, and we argued because of it, and not only because of that, but because of everything that was going on at that point. We were in a full-blown argument when you doxed me, bro. Like full-blown. I don't know, like
really.
Yeah, dude, we were, bro. I don't know why you don't remember that, but
because I just remember it as like an offensive thing, and like people.
That's why I'm like, no, that's bullshit. What he's saying. But listen, if you truly believe that, you believe that. But
well, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe you have a better memory of it than I do, and so I'll go on because to me it's not important, Ken. To me, like it's not in my nature
for either. That's why.
Well, no, I'm just saying not that.
Like, oh, you're lying about that. You know, like we were fighting. Like I was just like, whatever. If he believes it that way, then so be it. But I know I said grimy shit to him, which we were snowballing each other just like you and Dave were. Yeah. Where it's one up, and we would.
Yeah, but the difference with me and the devious doxer was I only did things that he published. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different.
I know, but I'm thinking in my situation, I'm thinking about what you did to me too. So like in my mind,
yes,
you know what I mean? It's the same shit.
Yes, but right after I did do that, I did apologize the day after.
You did, and that's why I mentioned what I mentioned to Dave that night. Like Dave, I don't think you would turn around and feel remorse and apologize to Tony for what you did. Like,
and he said nope, and I said there you go.
He said no because he said no, obviously because you like, and he says it's not his name and everything, and it might not. I don't fucking know. All I know is.
And you know what he says? There's the intent, and I say okay. Well, basically, if you deny that's your name, then anything that comes in that's that name, I can say that he's already denied it, so it can stay. That is not doxing.
Oh, what?
That you denied that your name. Just like if I denied that would be my house, then it wouldn't be doxing. You understand?
Listen, as far as the name shit, I don't agree with what Minnesota Vikings said on my program tonight because.
What do you say?
Well, because I said to him, which one is worse? You know, and he said, well, I consider them all as bad as each other, doxing somebody's home, their number, or their name. Now, let me tell you, I don't consider that. I consider people doxing a name to be absolutely nothing because I've had my name put out there and put titles and rubbed all around this community a million fucking times. My last name, my maiden name, all this stupid shit, all the fucking time.
Bro, but your name is more like a fucking wrestling name. You know what I'm saying?
It means nothing to me. Like, it means nothing. Yeah, I know, like, okay, you know my name, so you can research me now, but that's fine because you know what? You're only going to get to where anybody else has already got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
house and it did all the shit to me, and now all the fucking targets are up there because it's happened so many times to me that if somebody does do it, they're gonna get fucking caught unless they're 100% Steele dossier quiet about it, and I doubt they will be. You know what I mean? So it's like, go ahead and do what you gotta do. My name's out there, so I don't take the name thing as like the same thing as. Well,
that's all I did, bro. I did that, and I posted a video that he filmed. So I don't know what you call one-upping, and you can say that the intent on his side, but the intent is still there. Okay, well, the intent is still there. What about your intent? Your intent to damage my whole family and have my grandmother shaken up every night, thinking that the cops are coming, and my girlfriend.
Same shit. Bro, once you did that shit to my house, bro, my mother already got swatted twice while they were there, almost 3 times. Thank God I stopped the 3rd time from happening. But I gotta tell you, my mother, who has a bad heart and was.
But you know the difference, Ken? That his video is still up. His stream is still up. My stream is down.
You apologized
Yes.
to them, right?
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that, right? That's why I'm even
This
talking
is
to you
so
this day, right?
I took it
sad.
down so quick that nobody even has footage of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, regardless, I
Pathetic
you know, like,
shit,
that's the reason why I'm
man.
talking to you is because you did the right thing afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's people who told me, "Are you out of your fucking mind? How do you forgive? How do you even talk?"
Because they're
to
jealous.
Well, dude, not even,
Ain't
it's like
nobody
maybe some of them are,
jealous
but maybe
of
some of them are
you,
just like, dude,
faggot.
how can you trust it? And I get where they're coming from. It's like,
Ain't
if I say something,
nobody
right, that pisses you off,
jealous of
is it gonna happen again? I
Tony,
don't.
you faggot ass fucker. You fucking dumbass, fucking manipulating, fucking piece of fucking shit. That's all you've been doing this whole time that Ken's been on here for already an hour. Is all you've tried to do is manipulate him like a fucking piece of shit that you always fucking do. That's all you do. And I'm sure you're going to do it for another 2+ hours. Just sit on here and try and manipulate Ken like a bitch you are. You are a fucking punk ass motherfucker. Dude, you sit and lie about Dave, you lie about Ken, you lie about me, and Ken's right on the fucking call. And you still lie about Ken, you fuck. And then claim it's because of your memory. Dude, you can remember everything. That memory shit is a fucking cop-out lie. Don't be using that shit no more, Tony, you little bitch. Fucker. That's why you don't like me, because I tell the truth and I see what you are, bitch. I see your games and you play your little fuck games in my community, motherfucker. Man, dude. Ken, how the fuck can you be manipulated by this dummy? This dude's dumber than a bag of rocks and a bag of shit. Fucking what the fuck, man? This fucker is so retarded. A fucking heroin addict, pill selling, fucking retarded, fucking dumb fucker.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And believe you when you say, "Oh man, I will never do anything like that to anybody again."
Yeah, if you do it a second time, bro, like something like that.
But dude, you're rolling with Dave. You guys were one up each other, right? And you were going at each other, and
shit,
you were, dude. You definitely were. You guys were one up each other.
Yeah,
You
but
were.
he's been doing it to me for months.
Pathetic
He's
shit.
been gathering my information
I know,
for
but you
months.
were with him back too, like
Yes,
But,
before.
yeah.
but see, that's the thing. You've got this whole thing wrong where you're like, where he's going, but Ken, he started it. Ken, he started it, like a
It
little
doesn't
fucking
matter who
2-year-old.
started it.
Bro.
Even if you did start it, it doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter.
No, I understand that, but he's been doing streams about me for hours, bro. Hours, 40 hours he spent on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, and that's his way of doing things. Like, but listen, you covered him too, man, and you've spoken your mind about everything about him too, man. You said, I've heard you say like
fuck
I don't want to call anybody out.
Yeah, no, I know.
bitch.
I've heard you say like shit about his father.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course, but I haven't said anything that he hasn't said much worse about
I
me.
get that. I
Not
get
even
it.
close. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not questioning that. I'm
And
not
it's about time someone stands up to him. You know what I'm saying?
dude, you know what? People have stood up to him. You're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? People have stood up to him. You know, it's just, it's unfortunate what happened because
Fuck.
like this whole last like 3 months has been like a debacle of these like little fucking arguments that have turned into like, unfortunately, people fucking shuffling around and like, you know, going elsewhere or, you know, feeling a certain way about somebody that they like.
I'm just
Like,
saying, Ken,
Travis and C-Man, bro. Like Travis, C-Man, we're all cool. Everybody was cool, and everybody was in all of our chats. Everybody was in each other's chats with no
All
problem.
right, bro.
You know, and now look where it's at now. Now we're to the point where it's like this big brick fucking wall.
well, not
It's
even that, bro, but like C-Man's gone, bro.
I
C-Man's
know,
done. He's
man.
died. But at the end of the day, you know,
I hear you, Dave.
it's just it's about time. I'm just saying, like,
I
I
gotta try
wish
to make it
things
through
weren't
the rest
done.
of this
I would
meeting.
like he said, I wish it didn't go that way. He's the one that did the damage, you know. I mean, do I say?
you both did damage, bro. You both did.
I guess
You
you
know
could say,
what?
but
Nobody
Ken,
won.
what
Nobody
did,
won.
no, and it's not about winners or losers. Do I feel
No,
bad
it's
that do I feel happy that he lost all his support and all his donators and stuff? No,
Yeah.
I don't feel happy. To me, it's not about winning and
'cause
losing.
what
To me,
you
it's about what is
wanted,
right,
bitch.
and he
Yeah,
didn't
but
do
you
what
gotta
was
understand,
right.
like you're saying he lost all his
I
support.
kept it, Ken. I kept it in the confines of YouTube, Ken.
Well, dude, you went outside of it too.
What did
man.
I
You
go outside it with?
with the
Right,
father
man.
shit and like,
Okay.
you know,
And he did too. Yeah.
I mean, so,
Words.
like,
Those are
I'm not
words.
saying-
At the end of the day, those are words.
yes, you're right, but
Right,
at
so
the
keep
end of the day, like at the end of the day,
That's
there's
not
only
relatable,
been-
Ken. That's not
There's only
relatable.
been,
You always
dude,
got
there's
an
only been a
answer
couple
for
people in this community that
everything,
have
huh,
went
Tony?
as far as like you and Dave has went.
Wow.
I didn't go that far though with
Wow.
Dave. I
I'm
played a
talking in
video.
general, bro.
I'm just
I'm talking in general.
But Ken, you say like you're acting
Wow.
like I did something, bro. At the end of the day, I didn't do anything, Ken.
General, bro. I'm not
I
talking
know,
about
but I
just-
think you have this image that like
Downplay
because
it,
you
Tony,
talked to
yeah.
Dave like that I did something, bro. At the end of the day,
Wow.
what did I do for video evidence? I played a video that he filmed and I showed a fake.
That's all Tony does is try to downplay everything he did. It's crazy. Everything he has an excuse for, and it's always that he's trying to downplay it and make himself look like he's the good person. It's always the same script with everything with this fucking faggot. This fucking weird fucking heroin addict.
I'm
name.
not talking about that. I'm talking in overall.
Okay, yeah. So I said some father shit. That's no different than what he said. A million words. Okay, we all said words. But I didn't go outside of YouTube in a general sense.
Listen, dude. I'm not questioning that. So
I just want you to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Get it
I
right.
don't have it wrong, bro. I don't have it wrong because in my eyes, you guys both went. I don't have it wrong, dude. You can say I do.
I mean, you're acting like I did the same thing as him.
Wow.
Dude, you did. You did it to me.
But I know, but I didn't do it to him. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about our situation. You're acting like I did the same thing to Dave as he did to me.
I get between you and Dave, you didn't do what he did. I get that, right?
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is,
And I did do it to you, and I had remorse after.
I know you do, and I took that into consideration. I have. That's why I'm on the phone with you right now.
That's
bro.
90% of it. 90% is that how you handle it after. It's not the action. It's not the context. It's not the content of the action.
When you say I would never do that to you or anyone else in this community, I want to believe you.
Well,
You know
you
what
see
I
me
mean?
streaming every day. Do I talk about people's information and
No, you
getting
don't.
shadow analyzing shit every day? No, I don't do that. That's not my shit.
You don't.
That's not my
You
thing.
don't. You were rolling with
you
Dave.
do.
You were ready to go, and you know what? You could have I don't know if you could have
sure
turned
do,
around and did the
Tony.
same thing that Dave did to
But
you.
Ken, how many times has Dave brawled with other people? I'm just another name to Dave.
I know, but you've had your share of fights too. So have I.
You sure do shadow analyze everything, Tony. You analyze everything and you store it and you save it and then pretend like your memory is bad when you're sitting there looking at your 19 monitors, fucking looking at all your information. You lying fucker.
Right, bro. So you can't really say that about Dave because we both fought with multiple people, bro. Come on.
Not really. How many people have I really
Not
fought with
really.
besides you and him?
Not really.
Number of people, dude. You were going at it with YR for a while. You were going at it with fucking Danny MT for a while. You were going at it with fucking what's his name? Jacob RP. You had a thing going with him for a little while.
Yeah, but these are like week-long squabbles.
Oh yeah,
What
excuses.
we're talking about with Dave
excuses.
is years of doing things, years of going back and forth with
Do that
Scott.
too. He did this to Scott, bro. That's it.
For
There's been many others.
Who else is he live
Bullfrog?
streaming besides Scott or you?
Bullfrog.
with Bullfrog too. That's 5 for Tony.
I mean, yeah, he went at Bullfrog.
Okay,
He
that's
is
3.
sick.
You want to keep going?
But, I mean, you can't count
OMD,
Just
Steve
count
Callahan,
Bullfrog. Listen, dude,
C-Man,
Bullfrog
Travis.
is counting Bullfrog, then you got
I mean,
to
not
count
Steve
all
Callahan.
against you. If you're going to count Bullfrog, right?
He
if
has
you're
to
gonna
see
count
Bullfrog's
in that-
papers, bro.
I get that, but if you're going to count Bullfrog in that, then you got to account for everybody that you argued with. Because when I just said to you some of these names, you were like, yeah, but that was a week-long squabble. But yeah, still, if you're going to.
But still, did I ask for paperwork on people?
No, but
And it was a different level. It was
Yeah,
a different level. And Dave has threatened Bullfrog multiple times with docs.
You asked for paperwork on people, but you already got paperwork on everybody, so it don't matter. Either way, Tony, ain't no coincidence you fucking dox 6 people and you ain't got paperwork on everybody, motherfucker. It ain't no coincidence. You're outed, bitch. You're outed, dude. You're the doxing fucker, dude. You're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck.
Doxing him.
Listen, what are you trying to prove to me? Like, I know I'm.
That Dave is on a completely different level.
He's trying to manipulate you, Ken. Can't you see that? He's just trying to manipulate you. That's all it's about. He uses lies and downplaying to try to manipulate you, Ken. And he's getting frustrated because it ain't working yet.
Listen, I have my eyes open just like anybody else does. So I see what goes on for myself and everybody else. You know what I
The
mean?
Scott trial.
I make my judgment as
I
far
mean,
as
he's
that.
done bro. He's done tribunals on people, hours and hours of long things.
Yeah, but dude, listen. What was the tribunal? It was a fucking thing that is basically like reviewing somebody. It's playing
But
their shit.
when does it turn to obsessiveness when it's supposed to be for entertainment? You know what I'm saying? When does it turn into fucking stalking and intimidation and threatening and
I'll
going?
tell you this right now. I have an answer for you. Stalking is when one party is going at another person and they're not doing anything in return. Okay, it comes that stalking and bullying. That is because some people throw around the word bullying in this community, like there's people bullying people. No, bullying is when the other person is not saying a word back and the other person is slandering and ripping and threatening and tearing a person apart.
So has Dave done that to YR?
Well, dude, I mean, I don't know. Like, what?
Has Dave done that to Bullfrog?
What?
Has Dave done that to Bullfrog?
What? Has he done what?
Everything you just said.
I mean, I would have to sit there and
If
analyze
you have to
that.
contemplate it and really think, then you know your answer. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Bullfrog.
You just gave me your answer.
No, I didn't, because Bullfrog brought a lot of shit on himself. You can ask 90% of this community and they'll tell you
That's
that.
true, but that's what I mean, dude. He's retarded. And he's actually retarded.
He's retarded enough to fucking live on his own and be his own person. I mean, like, he's got
Barely.
to have some accountability.
Not really. I mean, what do you do on your own when he's on his own?
So he just gets a buy.
But I'm just saying, what does he do on his own? Shit and piss on his own? I mean, his father does everything else for the guy.
But listen, I'm sure you've had conversations with Bullfrog
But
outside.
that's not an excuse, though, Ken, because he lives on his own.
You've had conversations with Bullfrog outside the community.
Yeah.
Okay, then you would know, just like I do, that he's very normal when you're speaking to him. Correct?
Yes.
So he's not as dumb as he portrays himself to be sometimes, dude.
But
You know what I mean?
it's not.
Like,
I know, but it's not. It's not a thing of dumb. It's a thing of. It's a part of recognizing and knowing like the context of things. He can't know the difference.
I'll say this right now. I'll say this because you're pushing this point, but I'll say this right now.
Yeah.
Dave, I think, definitely went overboard with Bullfrog.
Okay.
In certain
That's fair.
areas,
That's
I think
fair.
he went overboard with Bullfrog in certain areas.
Okay.
Right? Like
Yeah.
the harassment thing of people saying that Bullfrog was sexually harassing them. I
Yeah.
think that shit load of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. If somebody really, really felt like they were being sexually harassed, I think that they would have contacted the authorities instead of saying, you know what, let me 4 months later ask Dave Rose to take care of it. That seems pretty fucking dumb to me.
I agree, but let me just tell you about this. On that thing, I did get unsolicited photos from Bullfrog that I didn't ask for. And I did
Photos
get
him or women.
of him, and I did get a lot of text messages from him, like saying stupid shit when it's like, all right, I get it, like you're kidding around and shit, but like I'm not gonna joke around back with you.
Sexually, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what you're saying right now is that maybe I'm wrong and Dave didn't go overboard on him and it's legit.
I mean, that might be legit. That the sexual thing might be legit.
So then I'm wrong. I mean, see, that's what thin line is between giving your opinion on something that we might not know enough
But
about.
here's the thing, Ken. It's not his job to be the arbiter of intimidation, the arbiter of morality, to serve justice on that.
But if people were coming to him and saying that to him,
well, of course, but I mean, the trolls are going to come and always want people to start shit. How many times do people come at you and come at me and go, hey, you know what he said? You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
But it wasn't just trolls, though. It was people who have their real name and like hang out.
But I was one of the people that did tell, in fact, I did tell Dave, like, yeah, here's the messages he sent me. Because it was weird. Like at 4 a.m, they would be like messages. Like,
the only thing sexually, that's why I said what I said, because the only thing sexually that Bullfrog ever sent to me was like pictures of like women wrestlers, either naked or like, you know, looking sexy. And like he would say a couple of jokes and then that would be it. So I didn't think it was anything like what you're saying. Because he's never
So yeah, like the picture, it was just him like in no shirt. So I don't really count that as anything. It's more about the messages and the fact like that. I was just like, all right, Bullfrog, like stop being gay. And like, it's okay. I don't mind joking around with him like that. But like he, and this is where he's retarded. So I'm not like blaming him. You know, it's like, I do give him a pass a little bit. Like he doesn't know where the line is. So I kindly tell him like, come on, Bullfrog, stop. So I didn't make it a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like, fucking he needs to see his papers to then say, you know, okay, I won't do it and blah, blah, blah. And so I don't know. I think that's on the line. I kind of made that assumption after.
I'll tell you this, dude. There were some people that were like, good for Dave, what he did. And then there were some people who were like, yo, what the fuck? So, you know, listen, I mean, it depends on what side you're on.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes you get lost in this YouTube shit and like.
Listen, so Tony, maybe you can't blame Dave as much as you want for some of the shit that he's done in the past.
I don't, but when you show a house and you have no remorse, that's completely different, bro. That's
well, dude, you got to remember, he's in, you know, and like me and you, that's why I said me and you were warring with each other at that point when you did that, right? And him, we're warring with each other. So,
and I get people going through certain things, and you never know the fucking, you know, but let's not get it twisted. This is a dude that's claimed superiority over everybody for so long, and I think just people, Ken, see, I don't get it twisted, bro. I get it. It's not just this like surge of people that like Tony now, and you know the views are more and whatever it is. That just didn't happen because of Stony Tony's greatness. It's the fact that people don't like me anymore or whatever because of the situation. It's just that they hate Dave that much that they'll watch me. You know, so
I think that's part of it.
I don't get it twisted. I know that.
I think that's part of it, and I think the other part of it is that you showed remorse and you showed like, you know, you were sorry. And like, unfortunately, right now, like I said on my stream, I go, you know, I don't have as much time as I used to call in the shows during the day. If I did, I would call into your show and numerous other shows. I would even call into Dave still, right?
Yeah.
So, but I can't, right?
Yeah, I know you do.
But I also, in the same breath, I'm like, yo, if you're brawling with like people I consider friends and supporters, like it's not right of me to be on a call with you hobnobbing and having a great time when like somebody who supports me is like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, this guy, you know what I'm saying? So it makes very hard spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I absolutely get it.
And you know what? Listen, I really thank you for being the type of guy that understands a lot of things. And listen, I'm the one who gave in and walked away from the argument between me and you. Like I just walked away from it and said, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna go on, right?
Yes.
Well, you know what? You listen, you in the same breath kind of did the same thing with Dave, right? Because you put the house thing out, right? And I know you said like you weren't gonna talk about it no more, and you did in little inklings here and there because it's a prevalent situation and it's right there. And it's like right? So the bottom line is you tried to like basically did the same thing and move away from it. Let Dave do it. Dave did the same thing where he dropped what he dropped and now he kind of moved on. He hasn't said shit about you, right? And I don't think he has. From what I heard, he's done a couple of gaming things or a chill thing and he hasn't said a word. So this I know, right? So that's what both of you moved on and shit. But my point is maybe people are looking at it as, and like this is why I don't think Dave lost like quote unquote support. Yeah, he might not have most of the people that were around there hanging around in the chat talking shit, but that's not only from your situation, that's also from other situations that have occurred, like with you know people, right?
So people have messaged me and said, dude, it wasn't even like you that is why I watch you now. It's from when he did this to this guy is why I don't like him. I'm like, dude, whatever, man. I appreciate you watching me. But I get a lot of it like I watch you because of what this guy did to that person or this guy did, and I'm like, all right, that I guess. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird.
That's good and bad because like the good part about that is if maybe you might make one person who's only watching you because they don't want to watch this person no more, and then all of a sudden they like what you're doing and they stick around. You know, that's the good part about that. You know, the bad part about it is that that's the part about this community that some people, you know, use as their tool to get back at the people that they hear and see shit happening what they don't like, and they say to themselves, well, you know what? I don't have a voice like you do, and I'm not able to jump on air and give you my opinion against you because I don't like what you did. But the only tool that I do have is to turn around and say, you know what? I'm not watching you no more, and I'm going over there now.
And when you get when you get enough of those people to do it, it makes a dent. It really does.
It does. But I don't think it's anything that lasts because you got to remember this.
Nothing lasts forever in this community. Yes, exactly. That's what I said about this community. I said, bro, I know it's short-lived. It is what it is, bro. That's why I said I did a stream more early, like Tony TV or fuck you. Because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna do me. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. They're gonna go back and forth and support this person, this person. At the end of the day, I'm always gonna be here doing my thing, gaming, smoking weed, and doing whatever else. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change for anybody. I'm not gonna leave all of a sudden. I need a break. You know, it's time to take a break because YouTube shit's just not for me anymore, man. It's not fun anymore, man. I'm just tired. Ken, I'm just tired, man. I just can't do it anymore, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. It's just because you don't have any content. You're fucking boring. I have a blast when I come on here. Every single day, I have a great time doing the Joe Cronin shit, fucking streaming, playing video games, smoking weed. I have a great time when people call in and I can talk to people. It literally helps me get through my day. And it makes my day. So that's why I do it. And if I wasn't having fun, I 100% wouldn't be doing this. Sitting here talking. You think I'm like you think I'm here for money? You think I'm sitting here waiting for donations?
You know?
bro, Ken,
That's why I don't want to use it as a tool for something negative, because it's like you come on and like, you know, all right, so in your situation, you're saying you enjoy like reviewing Joe and like, you know, saying what you're saying and like, you know, talking
Yeah.
about whatever. And it's like, okay, so, you know what, like, who am I to be like, oh, all he's doing is
Yeah.
something, blah blah blah, that shit content. Hey, if you're enjoying yourself and you're having a
True.
laugh at it and people are enjoying it, then like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
that's what it is. Can I enjoy covering Joe and laughing at him doing stupid shit?
Listen, I enjoy
Generally,
going too.
Yeah.
When I was, dude, if you go back like a year and a half ago on my shows, like a lot of my converteds were fucking like had to do with Joe Cronin, and it got to the point where people approached me and were like, yo, you gotta stop talking about Joe. And, like,
Yeah,
let
but I
Joe-
think with you though, you were more. It was more you enjoyed it, but it got you like it got you angry, like you were pissed, like it got you raging. It was different for you. For
Well,
me, it's
I would
yeah,
watch
and
it for like a good 3
but
weeks.
for you, it's more personal, Ken. It's for you, it's personal because he fucking
I
shysted you.
spotted, Tony, listen, I spotted it on my own too, because there was no one else around going, oh, Joe's a liar, Joe lied about this and Joe lied about that, and Joe, you know, and no one was saying anything about it. So I was like the only person at that point, like, you know, and I gotta tell you, when I would go on, I thought, okay, nobody's gonna want to hear this, but I still gotta get it out because I'm calling him out on this shit that he said about me. And this is the days where he was saying stuff like, oh, they're all doxers over there and they're all
Yeah,
scumbags.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that
So
was like last year. I remember. Yeah.
I would go on and I'd be passionate about it, because I would always say like, hey, if you want to like play jokes and like call me names, that's fine. But when you're on there and you're lying about me, that's a fucking different situation. Like you're like,
Yeah, but Ken, he lies about himself. So what do you think he's gonna not lie about you and anything else? His whole fucking thing's a lie.
Dude, he doesn't do it anymore with me, bro. He does not do.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, because he's at this point, it's you know, it's all played out. But what I'm saying is he lies about himself 24/7. So you don't think he's gonna lie about everything else?
Without doubt, yeah.
So for me, I get more. It's more entertaining for me, and I just laugh at it, and I really have a good time. Like fucking, I have a great time doing it. For you, I think it's more personal, and it's like
It's
you know,
not so much a great time. It's
yeah,
not great.
yeah. So there's the difference. And you thought like, I think before this phone call, you thought like I was kind of in your position, like, oh, Tony hates Joe. Like when he does these things, he's not having a good time. Like he must be furious. And then when you heard, I was like, oh, he's having a good time. Oh, okay. Well, I guess then have a good time. Because that's the way I see it.
Enjoy it. If you're telling me you enjoy it, well then hey, who the fuck am I to question it? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
who the fuck is this guy?
But dude, if you sat there and you were like, no, I fucking hate when he does this, and I hate
Yeah.
that he does this, and all I want to do is exploit the fuck out of him and like get it all out. I want him to know he's a liar.
No, I actually don't.
Haters.
To be honest, no, that's the opposite. I actually don't want that to happen. So it's kind of like a thin line that I kind of walk, because like I don't know, I think about it from time to time, and like if I was ever on his show, I always said I'd never throw you under the bus. I never put that shit out there like, Joe, come on, you lie about your shit, like you're really rich, Joe. Like nobody wants to hear that. But people on my channel,
no, let me tell you something real quick. Joe does that to people on his shit. He hasn't done it in a while, but there was points where Joe will just call somebody out on some crazy ass shit, like out of nowhere. He's done it before, to like get a show going or to like create something out of nothing. He's done that.
Well, I don't think he does it anymore.
Expenses, bro, at other people's
Yeah,
expenses.
but he doesn't do it anymore, Ken. You know what he does? He just puts his hand out and expects you to donate. And when you don't,
oh,
he
man,
tries.
like, you know something though?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if he keeps going the way he is now, like I don't have a problem with it. Like I can live with it because I know who Joe is. I know what Joe's doing. And if there's people out there that don't see it, well then hey, they don't see it. It's not my responsibility to make sure they know what they're.
No, and it's not mine either. And I don't really care who knows it. But I just
listen. You're not doing it for those reasons, so I get it. If you're doing it for those reasons, well, then I would be judgmental about it. But you're not, obviously. So you're sitting there and you're enjoying it, and you're like, hey, I'm not looking to, bring light to what you're doing other than just what I'm doing on my channel.
Yes.
Well, okay, that's a difference. There's a big difference between like somebody who's saying, no, I don't only want to bring light to it on my channel, but I want all these people to fucking know that he's a liar, and I'm not. People know he's a liar, and like that's a different story.
And I think that's why Joe somewhat still always fucks with me, because he knows. Like I respect.
You're just nitpicking and shit. But listen,
no. You know what Joe knows? He's like, fuck, Tony's smart. Like Tony knows me. Like Tony can read me like a book. One, because he's from my part of town. We grew up in the same areas. He knows how I am. He knows how I really am. He knows the real deal. And like I can't pull the wool over his eyes.
Tony, there's other characters just like Joe Cronin who lives around you guys too, and there's other characters just like you who he's run into in his life who live in that area, because it's the same thing with people from New York. Because like I was mentioning before, the guys from Super Ugly. Like when I first met them, I said to myself, okay, all three of these guys, I've known somebody in my life just like them, because I grew up in this area where there's a lot of people are alike. They like the same things, they talk the same way, kind of thing.
And that's what it is with Joe. That's why when I called him a dad from New Hampshire, he fucking died laughing, because he knew that he is a dad from New Hampshire. He's a typical dad from New Hampshire with the high tube socks, the fucking backwards hat, the cargo shorts. Like he is the image of a New Hampshire dad, and he knows what that is, and I do, and he fucking died laughing because he knows I get him. I know him like a book, and I definitely don't want to take sandwiches out of his hands. I hope he gets all the sandwiches. God forbid. I hope he fucking does. I respect him. I think he's a smart guy.
He's a freak, bro.
But he is jealous of me. He does not like me. He thinks I'm going to upstage him. He doesn't like when his people know. See, that's why he doesn't bring me on now.
I don't know if he's jealous. Listen, I don't know.
Well, this is what it is, Ken. Think about it. Because he said, why do you cover me? Like, why do you just don't do it? Like, just don't cover me and stuff. And because here's what happens. He brings me on. Then his fans are like, oh, Tony from Revere. Let's look up Tony from Revere. Tony from Revere. Okay, the first thing is Joe Cronin exposed. Okay, what's this? You know what I'm saying? Joe Cronin the fuck Joe. Then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this guy. And that's what happens. So it's a really fine line, and I don't blame him. And at this point, from where his show has fallen and who's he surrounded it with, I don't want to be on his show. His show is full of fucking goobers, bro. They are all Gilligans, dude. Like Garguts and company, bro. I'm all set, dude. You can't pay me enough to sit there for 5 hours and talk with those dudes. I'd rather sit here on my channel all day.
When I got the invite to call in to 300, on just 300, I was like, I can't do it, bro. One of the reasons was dealing with those guys. Like,
they're terrible, bro.
Some of the people like he's had on, like there's like 2 or 3 of them that are fucking pretty good guys, man. They're good, right? But then
Yeah.
it's like, you know, this like honestly, you know, fucking what's his name over there?
Jesse?
Jesse, right? Like,
Oh, did you see his shit today?
No. I didn't see
Oh
it.
my god, bro! We had a fucking dying laughing. So Jesse filmed himself bringing in groceries today, and he's like hobbling around, right? And he's filming this, so I'm gonna fucking rip this up. He's filming it. He's putting himself, like I said, if you don't want it to be spoken about on YouTube, then don't speak about it. You know what I'm saying? So he filmed it, and fuck, I hobble too, so it's right up my alley, right? But a bag like hits his foot, and he gets mad, and he whips the bag, bro, and he throws it like across the street, dude, and it's full of groceries. And like, why would you do that, bro? Like, you're so fucking ridiculous. And I was like, are you kidding me? This dude, and every time he was walking to the door, like through the door, it was about a 10-foot walk from the car to the door. He hobbled differently, like a different pain. Like first he was holding his back and going through the door. Then the next time he was like walking with his ankle all fucked up. And then the next time he was like galloping, like he was like every time there's a different fucking, you know, problem with his. So obviously he's faking something. He's playing it up for the camera or something.
But that dude is, even if he doesn't have the pains that he says he has and he is faking it, that dude is a miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable. He is someone that you don't want to spend too much time around, because if you do, you're going to hear the most like.
No, Ken, you know what the new thing is, Ken? So here's what it is, and Joe is catching on to it now. So Garguts doesn't start the shows anymore with Joe. Garguts comes in at the end of the show. And why he does this is because all he does is want to steal Joe's viewers and bring them to Garguts' show when he goes live. So now Garguts in.
Because nobody goes over there, dude. Nobody, like, there's only like maybe a handful of people.
Yeah, like 10 to 15 people, but still, that's.
Once a year, Garguts try to act like he's a radio guy when he comes on. He's like, "What's up, everybody? The big show tonight." And it's like, dude, you're trying to sound like you work for WFAN. You sound like a fucking idiot. Like you're an idiot that can barely speak right, and you're trying to act like you're on some kind of fucking sports radio 66 right now. Like, what's going on? What the fuck, dude?
He's the fucking biggest.
What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to talk about. Please stop.
We got a big show tonight. That got me
I
dying.
worked for video. I used to back when I used to do radio.
Yeah.
Like, stop. These fucking guys, you know what? Like, they're pointing out of him having a story bigger than the next person. That is that guy. He totally is that guy.
100%.
Like,
100%.
I met Batman one night at the top of the. Well, I met Superman. He beat me up and he flew me around. Like, dude, what?
Dude, I just figured out too. He's a legit alcoholic. Like he gets withdrawals from not drinking beer. And like other than that, bro, he's an upstager because he's done nothing in his life. All he's done is a lie, and I fucking love it, bro. His lies get me fucking off, bro. They are fucking beyond funny.
That CM Punk, the party on
Yeah. Did you hear that? No, Ken. He said he met Matt Riddle. First he was like this. He said, First it was his friend met Matt Riddle, right?
So like, and he says it so nonchalant, like, yeah, you know, he was at the party.
No. He went like this. No, Ken. He went like this. Ken, he went. He goes, yeah, my friend met Matt Riddle for like 30 seconds. It was really cool. And then Joe goes, oh, dude, you met, like, he didn't really hear the whole thing. He said, oh, Garguts, you met Matt Riddle at the show and you didn't even like give me a shout or whatever. And then Garguts was like, no, man, it was only for like 30 seconds. Like, I didn't have enough time. And he just said his friend met him. You see how he spins it?
I love it, dude. My friend met the Pope about 4 years ago. It's like, dude, stop it, fucking dude. Like, you know, you're saying something like a fucking 14-year-old boy would
It's
say.
crazy, bro.
You know,
It's
like,
crazy.
the mentality is fucking like, you know, it's
So
like,
dude, so that's all I use it for. Like you surround yourself. So this is what the thing. Back to the story. So he's coming in at the end of the show, like an hour left, and Jesse and him came in at the same time. And Joe's like, wow, I think that's kind of weird. How you guys always like come in at the end of the show? Why are you guys like doing that? And like they didn't say anything. And it's like, wow, dude.
dude, want to hear what's even weirder? You want to hear what's even weirder?
What's that?
Rostafa will literally be on Joe's show.
Oh yeah.
To him, right? And 30 seconds after I hear him on Joe's show, my fucking Skype will ring and he's trying to get on my show.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So here's what it is.
Weird.
Here's what it is. He likes to talk. He on Joe's show he gets the mic. He gets to be the first mic and talk wrestling. So he'll talk until his fucking balls turn blue. And then he doesn't like to hang out with the people that he talks that listen to him. He'd rather hang out with people like you.
Well, dude, I'll tell you this. Tonight, he called my show first, and I thought, oh, man, Rostafa's calling me while he's on Joe's show again.
Yeah.
And so somebody goes, no, dude, he just called into Joe's after you hung up on him.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so you're telling me Rostafa called my shit first instead of Joe's, and was going to come onto my screen first instead of Joe's?
Yeah.
And then 30 seconds later, I hear Joe go, somebody sends me a clip of Joe going, oh, it's Rostafa, he's finally here, or something like that.
Yep.
Fuck.
See?
So, like, I don't know what kind of game Rostafa's playing, or if
It's
like,
not a game. It's exactly what I told you, Ken.
well, I don't know, man, because he hasn't even said anything to me about it. Like, yo, Ken, I'm just calling because I want to talk, bro. You know?
Well,
Like,
no,
he said that.
it's probably he enjoys hanging out with you guys and listening to you guys and maybe filling in and stuff. But he likes to talk on Joe's show and just get the mic because that's what Joe gives him. So if he's gonna get the airtime, he's gonna fucking talk.
But don't he realize that the minute Joe hears that he's calling my shit first or calling my shit while he's on Joe's shit, like, doesn't he realize Joe's gonna start fucking with him and like probably?
No,
you
he
know,
won't. No, because Joe has absolutely nobody. And Rostafa carries Joe's wrestling reviews when he's around. There's no way he'll fuck with him. Rostafa's got Joe by the nuts. I'll tell you that.
I see that shit. I don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
like,
just me.
Rostafa,
That's
like,
just me thinking about shit and knowing like the game plan and how people are thinking. But the shit with the Garguts and the Jesse, that shit's fucking. That's shiesty, huh? Coming in at the end of the show, like, you know, an hour left, and And
I
Joe's
don't
like,
know
yeah,
why Joe would notice that and pick up on it right away. I mean, like,
Well, he is
Yeah.
now. So you're gonna see. I guarantee you might see it start changing with
dude, Joe used to
Garda.
sit there, dude, and say every day, okay, he wouldn't say my name, but he'd be like, oh yeah, they're fucking brainwashing and converting people over there. As soon as somebody donates to me, bang, the next day they're fucking
Yeah,
converting.
I remember that. That was a big thing. Yeah.
Motherfucker, bro. Because not one of those people I ever spoke to while they
Tony
were not on
tries
my
to
shit.
say
Like, for
it
instance,
was-
if they were just
he
in Joe
was
shit
on
and donating to him, I didn't contact any one of them or speak to them or go out of my way.
Do you
Contact
remember?
them.
Do you remember how
never
you came
did,
up with the
though.
converted name?
Yeah, because Joe said converted, yeah.
Nope.
What do you mean?
It happened with me. When
See?
I was streaming the first
Listen to
time
this
I was on your
lie.
channel, the very first time,
This is
we sat there and you were like, yeah, this is
what.
what Joe thinks. Joe thinks I'm stealing all his donations. Can you confirm that I haven't talked to you? I didn't ask you to come on. You reached out to me and you came over. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And one of us said, now look, we're going to be converted. And then maybe you said, look, Joe thinks I'm converted people. I'm like, yeah, converted. That's kind of cool. That's how it happened.
Dude,
I'm telling you, that's how it happened, Ken.
Listen to me for a second. You are so fucking fake. Do you
I'm
realize
telling
how
you, Ken,
fake-
it happened
Bro,
with me.
Bro, it did not happen with you. That might have been the conversation, but I thought.
Nope. I said, look, we're going to be converted now. Everybody's converted. And I wrote converted in capitals in your chat.
All right, I get that. But what I'm saying is,
Before you
Joe
even
was
had a
saying
show.
that, but Joe was saying converted for months, bro.
Probably, but he never said
He was,
converted.
honest to God, he was saying they get brainwashed and converted. down
Yes,
there.
yes, but he never said converted.
But it wasn't on my channel. It was on YR's channel when
Yep.
he said that. But
No,
anyway, yes, I remember that. But it was on YR's channel. I'm telling you.
I just remember saying Ken. Wow, that's crazy. Ken,
Yeah, you, might have
and
said that. You definitely might have said that. But what I'm saying is, for weeks before that, he was saying, "Oh, as soon as somebody donates to me, they get brainwashed and converted."
yes,
And that's why
100%.
all of us were saying that night.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All saying his catchphrases that he was using against
Yes,
us.
but
Remember
we were on the call and you were like, look, fucking Joe thinks I'm stealing his donations. I'm like, no, dude, I hit you up.
Do you remember the night he called in
The-
and you were all along with him on YR shit, and he called in, and all of us were taking turns, like basically, and I went on and I said, to him,
Fucking
"Dude, these
asshole."
people," what I was saying, these people are good people, bro. These people aren't doxers and fucking hackers, and like
Yeah.
he was saying, all these people, Nick, and I guess he was talking about Dave Rose, and he was talking about YR, and he was talking about like all these people, and he was like saying these people over here, they're doxers, and they go after my donators, and they
Yeah.
go after my. That's like right around when that all fucking happened, and he
Yep.
was saying, everybody gets converted and fucking all this shit, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm not debating that at all. But all I'm
Yeah,
saying is like that's what he was saying back then.
Mhm.
Like that's not
Yeah.
just like joking around. You know what I mean? That's not joking
Yeah.
around.
No,
like,
that's fucking up your brand. He was belittling you.
because if somebody decided to watch me one night and said, hey, you know what? I like what this guy did. He busted his ass to give us some entertainment tonight. I'm going to tip him some money. Well, guess what? If that same person hears Joe saying what he's saying, they're not even going to come to my shit. They're not even going to watch it because they're going to think, oh, I'm a shyster and I'm a scumbag because Joe said so. And it's like, if you're going to go around and sabotage me like that, then I'm going to do the same fucking thing to you then.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because if you're going to try to hurt me and sabotage what I'm doing, what's fair is fair. If I'm talented enough,
Exactly.
I can people watching me. Or
Exactly. Nobody forces people.
Nobody should fuck with that process because that's wrong. Now you're trying to sabotage somebody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And yes, you're a talented motherfucker. So is fucking Joe. So is fucking 20 other people that I know.
Exactly.
All talented motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And I don't impede what they're doing because no one goes anywhere where they don't want to go. Okay, no one does. No one goes somewhere where they don't want to go. There's not one person in this community that goes into a chat and says, "Oh, I have to fucking be here now."
Yeah, right. Like they're forcing me. They have me on gunpoint, Ken.
They're forcing me to be in here and show support. You know, it's like nobody says that.
Yeah,
And so-
somebody had me at gunpoint. Had a knife against my heart, donating to Ken 3 days ago, and I gave him $10. That was me, but you know
Joe
that was
says
me, right?
shit, I fucking used to stand it because I'm like, dude, who are you bullshitting? Because nobody gets brainwashed. Especially you're talking about grown men that donate to you. You're
Well,
saying that, and
Ken,
that's why you
Ken,
said,
wait, Ken,
listen,
I wouldn't go that far with the grown men.
no, dude, listen to me. A lot of people that donate to Joe are older people.
Yeah,
Like some of them are older people. Some
Most of
them
them
like
are
that.
disabled. People that get fucking welfare checks.
Yeah,
Come on.
I know some of his donators that have donated a lot of money to him that aren't handicapped at all, and they're grown ass men. And my point is, like, nobody is going to think. And you know what? This is one of the points I brought up about Joe back then. Joe, if he's sitting there and he's saying, "Hey, the guy donates to me one week, and then all of a sudden the next week he's donating to Ken because Ken goes and brainwashes and converts these people," I'm like, what does that say about you guys who donate to Joe? That's saying that he thinks you guys are easy fucking marks that can be easily manipulated and brainwashed by other grown men.
100%.
That's fucked up. That's spitting in the face of the people who donate to you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You see Mark like that? That's basically saying these people are retards. And Ken and any old Tom, Dick, or Harry can come into my community and just fucking brainwash these grown men that obviously make a good living enough to have money enough to donate to all of us, right? And I could go and manipulate this smart guy who's out there making a lot of money, obviously, in something. And I could just go brainwash him where he never talks to Joe again and he starts donating to me. And I'm like, dude, that's the credit you're giving me? Like, do you think I'm some kind of mastermind fucking, alien? I'm some kind of hypnotist? I'm some kind of fucking, you know what I mean? Like David Blaine type shit? Like, no, dude.
Oh, he's amazing.
Or you're trying to sabotage me. And trust me, Joe doesn't give credit to me for shit, and he never will. Because I don't know if it's, and I wouldn't say jealousy, because like before you said, it's jealousy. I don't know if it's jealousy. All right, I do know that, yeah, there's a stigmatism with this guy when it comes to me. Because everybody who left his show, he fucking will mention their names. He'll put sound bites of them on there.
No, Ken. Everybody that's not talented.
But he will not mention me. And you know what? I've heard him mention a lot of other people. But he just will not.
Ken Nation. Ken Nation.
That's real nice.
Nation. I'm playing the beeping noise. Ken, you think I have money, bro? Do you see the welfare headset that I'm wearing? You know, I made my own headset with my own speaker mic because I didn't want to buy.
Second, this is why I think you bullshit, okay? And I'll tell you why right now. I've seen you sit there before you had that whole setup with your 4 monitors and everything, right?
Yep.
And I've seen you get all this shit together, and I seen you buy every piece of equipment, and then I seen you where something didn't work in your setup that you had going. You'll be so focused on making that setup work that you'll literally not have something you need, and you'll jump on your phone and go, I'm ordering it right now. And you go on there and you order the piece in 2 seconds. And I'm like, dude, this guy's got to be playing with a lot of money, because like you don't go and put that type of shit together that quick without having some money in the bank. All right. So that's why I thought, like, come on now, dude, with this, fucking.
So I will
know,
say this setup I've been like actually like I've been waiting probably 4 years to do. So maybe a little less. I would say maybe 3 years.
I don't know, like I'm not.
What I'm saying is this: it took me a long time to get the money, afford enough money for the computer. Like the computer was the first big purchase, which was 2000.
Yeah, I wonder
so that
where
was like
all
I
the
said,
money
it took me
came
at least
from.
over, like I said, 2 years. I was talking about I want a computer someday, probably even longer.
You
I would
and
say
your
probably
little
3 or 4. I would be
fucking
sitting in the sofa behind me, and I'd say someday I'm gonna have like
cult of
screens where I can have my sim rig in
personality.
front. I've been dreaming about this for a long ass time.
And what you set up, and even I think even your worst enemy would say
We know the
that it's a
cult
fucking
paid
unbelievable,
for
sick
that.
fucking setup. I mean,
Well, I
I said,
appreciate that, and I definitely
very lucky.
We know the cult gave him a bunch of money. That's where all that shit came from. Cult hooked him up.
I have that.
Yes, and I appreciate it. And when I think of someone like you, and I'm like, well, Ken could have this easily if he wanted, but he has a couple kids that demand everything
Yeah,
before
if
that.
you
But
got
if
a
Ken didn't have
cult to
kids,
give you
Ken
it
would be
all,
living like a
Tony.
king right now with his
Yeah,
wife.
you know what? I had no regrets though, man. Because
No, you wouldn't trade it for the world, bro. It's not even about that. I'm just saying that different situations we're in.
I live vicariously through you and like other people when
Oh,
I
I
see stuff
do.
like that. Like,
That's cool.
I'll have fun with it,
Suck
watching it and
fucking
see it
dick.
like for what it is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like,
I appreciate that. That's what I try to do with my setup. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah, no, I
You know what I'm
get
saying?
it. I get
That's
it.
exactly what I do, because people are like, yo, when I watch your shit, I feel like I'm in a real truck. And I'm like, well, I spent the money, and my girl knows this, that it's something I'm passionate about, because I want people to really feel like, wow, Tony's setup like is something like that's different. Like nobody, and that's what I always dreamed of for a long time. Like, dude, I want to have a full blown sim rig like that. Is like I've been wanting this for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, dude. Let me tell you.
I get like choked up about it because it's
Oh, no,
a
I
boy
hear
thing,
you.
you
Put
know
your
what I'm
heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
Dude,
So people, I'm not just like I wake up and I bought this. Like, no, dude. So like you could see if I had money, bro, like little things, like yeah, you would see. But like
Wake up
for
and
me,
you
I'm more of a
stole
MacGyver too, and I try to make things the best for like cheap for what I can. Like I build my rig is definitely a great rig, but people have way more expensive rigs than me, like 1,000% way more expensive rigs. On the low end of it, my rig's actually a really cheap budget rig compared to other rigs, actually, believe it or not. But I try to make it really what it's cool, and especially with the headset that really captures it in the camera. But you could see if I had money, like I would buy a headset like Cronin has with a mic.
but
Bro,
you get what I'm saying though, right?
Yes,
You get what
yes.
I'm saying though, because the perception to me
Yes,
was like when I saw
yes.
you buy that fucking,
Yes.
you bought that what's that camera? All right, so you bought
Yes.
a GoPro 9, right?
Yes.
And then the next day you're like, hey, I bought a
Yes.
GoPro 10. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
Like,
all
dude,
he
and then you're on here
is,
going, dude, I'm poor as fuck.
bullshit.
I'm
Yes,
like,
yes.
dude, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here. Dude.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I was scoping a GoPro 10 for fucking 2 years to actually get it because I was like, oh, it's way too expensive. I can't afford that shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then you bought the 9, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker got the 9, bro. Maybe I should get the 9. It's like maybe
Yeah.
$100 cheaper.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you're like, here's a 10, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I know.
It's fun, bro.
No, I know that.
That's why I hear you
That's
say that shit.
hilarious.
I'm like, dude, I cannot. Come on.
No, but believe it or not, I returned the 9. I actually needed the money. Like I don't have the 9, I just have the 10 now because I didn't need to. You know, it's a waste. But I wanted to see which one was better and try them out. But I agree.
Like I don't know your financial fucking.
No,
state,
I agree.
you know?
I agree.
Just like, you know.
I agree. No, you're right. And I did play a lot. Like I played a lot up with YR. Like that was my gimmick with YR. Like I did because we did used to do gimmicks. Like Tony, he used to tell me like Tony, pretend like you're like the Richie Bougie, like kind of guy. He did that. Like at times, like, he'll tell you, and I would be like, yeah, dude, like I'm too good for that. Like and we play it up. But at the end of the day, when you guys seen my cable get cut off, that was legit. Like it got suspended. And when you guys see me with a straw as my headset, I'm literally using a silicone straw with a little lavalier mic that I bought. It's not a joke, but I make do with what I got, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't crying fucking for that. Shit's going down, and this is my last show ever, and I can't afford this. And
Well, yeah,
this.
you that's
You
a
know what I'm
joke. You know,
saying? Yeah,
and
that's
like
what
the
I'm
way that and like what you said before about and what I said about like oh my God, there's this thing called taxes that comes around every year. Like
Yeah.
there's no way that this guy like got the donations he got over the last year, right, and didn't put money to the side to pay his taxes. There's no way because you could lose your home, you could lose your fucking everything if you don't pay
Well,
your
put it
taxes.
this way: in the last
Like-
3 days, he's made over $1,000. So you.
And he's
you know
on
what
that.
I'm
And he's on that, dude. And you want to know
About
something? Like he
Cronin's
sits there and he
money
says things
again.
like, "Oh, they're fucking hating on you now because you donated to me." And it's like, dude, who's hating on you? Because I know, like, if you're thinking of me, I'm fucking like,
Yeah.
I'm in Marvel over it. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, yo, credit to you, man. Like, you.
Oh
pulled
yeah,
fucking
I think it's
bank, bro.
great.
That's-
I get excited. I get like people get like wait. Hold on a second. People get happy for him. That's people don't hate. If I was on his show, we would be like, yeah, Joe, yeah.
Well, see, yeah, I used to do that with
yeah.
it, bro. Like when $1,000
It's like,
donation came in,
Do I get
For
a
me,
dollar
what
out of
about-
that, bro? Yeah.
dude, I didn't get dick for that. But
Exactly.
when $1,000 came in for me to win that belt, and then 2 weeks later it was $1,500 or something, like I was fucking
That's
mad,
crazy, bro.
mad happy for him, bro.
Yeah.
Mad happy. But that's when I was a team player, and I was like, yo, this shit is great. I had fun all the time. Now I have people watching me, and like they're cool with me, and they like what I do. Like this is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like all the bad shit, I put it behind me, and I fucking washed it under the rug. And I said, you know what? Like I'm not gonna worry about all that bullshit now. I'm just gonna focus on having fun and doing what like all of a sudden I'm blessed with. You know,
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be on this show around these people, and I'm blessed to have a fucking thing to do all weekend, and like people actually want to fucking hang out, and like that was a plus to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then after a certain amount of time, like all this shit started getting visual to me. Like it started like coming to the surface, and it was like, you know, like what? And then when I left to go, because my job, they changed my hours, and after they changed my hours,
Yeah, you were
like,
all fucked up, bro.
right? But dude, no, I was fucked up in the sense that I got no sleep and shit.
But you weren't
like,
you weren't getting
Joe
money.
changed.
He wasn't paying you, right?
Joe changed, bro, at that point because he started taking shots at me for leaving, and I was like, dude, like, do I have to show you?
Was he paying you though, Ken?
No, dude, he would pay me dude, like, I mean, it was $30 to do a corrupted podcast. Like, it was like something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, is that all you did was corrupted podcast? What about monetize this and all that?
At that point, I left monetize this because my schedule changed. And when I did, he got pissed off about it and started saying like shit about it. And I was like, no, dude, do I have to show you my paperwork from?
So I'm saying, when that happened, were you getting paid? Was he paying you for monetize this?
No.
All right,
It was,
so
it was once in a while. Like whenever he would make a big night, he might hit me off with like a little something, but no, it wasn't like on a regular basis.
But even when he had a big night, right? Let me ask you, what was a little something? Let me just.
I'll tell you, the one time he paid me good was $500.
Okay.
That was the biggest money he ever gave me.
Okay.
And I think maybe he gave me maybe $400 after that between a 2-year span. So maybe I made a little under $1,000 working with him.
Okay, and so on the regular, you wouldn't get anything. And your money, the show, how many shows would you do with him a week?
Well, dude, I used to do every fucking show with him. I used to do like a trash talk once in a while. We used to monetize this, and then I would end my fucking show early, which I used to go to 4, 5, 6 in the morning. I started to end my show at 1 o'clock at night because Joe had to make the podcast at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and I was like, dude, that's like during my shit. You know, like that's in the smack dab in the middle of my bread and butter show that I do. That is
I remember. Okay, so I remember Corrupted would be mad late, bro, and he did it
1
because he
o'clock
wanted to
on
fuck you over.
Yep, 1 o'clock on Saturday, bro.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And he stuck to it?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. And then you know what?
Wow.
We were told when we first started doing the show.
Because if you were live, you were live.
We'll be done 1 hour. 1 hour, we'll be done. And that show turned into literally fucking 6, 5, 7, 6, 8 hours.
What? And the only reason why was because your show would have been live.
Yep, I was live till 4, 5, 6 in the morning, bro, and it stopped my show for like as long as I was doing it.
So he like out monopolied you.
Basically, you know, he offered to fucking like buy my shitty little channel. He was like, "I'll buy your shitty little channel, and you come and just stay with me. You don't do any other show. You just do my show." I was like, "No way, I'm doing my show with fucking Filthy and my cousin."
Oh my god!
I'm not stopping doing that shit with them. You know what I mean? Like that's my.
You should have just took the money, bro, and you should have said, "Yeah, buy my channel. Okay, here's the password. Change it the next day. See you later."
I should have, because it's shit anyway, bro. It's like fucking nothing anyway. So.
But I'm saying, like, okay, you gotta take my channel. I want 10 grand for it. You know what I'm saying? 15 grand for my channel.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was ever really serious. He was just like bullshitting about it, like because he never like really was serious about it. But
yeah,
you know,
but that's what he did to you. He out monopolied you, bro.
Well, a perfect co-host to him is somebody who works with him who does nothing else but just works with him.
Yep.
That's the perfect co-host.
And can't hold an audience on their own like Jesse or Gagas.
Well, no. See, that's the thing. If you are talented enough to hold your own audience, he wants you to not do your own show and just work specifically for him. If you're not able to hold an audience, then he doesn't give a fuck. And he lets you come in at the minute of the night to try to take his audience when he knows ain't nobody watching you anyway. You come in here at 2 in the morning, motherfucker. You ain't getting anybody to go over there that's any different than already there. So
exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
and
actually, I have to say though, his thing it has been a lot more people in there recently because Joe's been ending his streams lately. So you know what I noticed, and here's the other stat for you on Joe. You know, Joe has claimed that he's full time, you know, and he's got to do YouTube part time, and he can't do YouTube full time, or he's part time and then he's full time and part time. And what's the difference? Well, here's the difference. Based on a 40-hour work week, Joe has never streamed more than 25 hours
in a week.
Yep, in the last 2 years.
Well, I mean, you know, it's still a lot, man. 25 hours.
I stream 50 hours a week easy.
That's crazy, dude. It's fucking insane.
I stream 40 to 50 hours a week easy. Go count my hours from 7 days, bro. So I went from monetize this to monetize this on Joe's channel. I went back months and months and months. And the average amount of hours he streams is 20 to 25 a week from monetize this to monetize this. Now you add an hour or two on Patreon, which he doesn't even do, but that would bump him up to 25 to 30 maximum. And I don't think he's hit 30 in a long time. Maybe if he had 2 shows that went 7 hours plus, but other than that, even with his raw reviews that are 2 hours, he only hits 20 to 25 hours. And it's more.
He is working then. Who knows?
But what I'm saying is he's never been. It's never been more than that, Ken. Joe's never fucking streamed more than 30 hours in his life.
I don't know, because I'll tell you this, dude. When I was with him, I think he was doing a lot more than 30 hours. Because
all right, check this. We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna go way back.
Because he was doing at least 8 hours on fucking, or 7 or 6 hours a week on Corrupted, right? And then he was doing a bunch of shit on his Patreon that he's not doing now. So, like, I think he used to do a lot more hours. So, who knows? He might be working now, and that's why, man. Who knows? I mean, I personally don't think that he really has a job like he's telling us. Maybe he does have a job.
All right, look, I'm going back 6 years ago, bro.
Dude, you're a stalker.
I can go back 6 years ago and just count from monetize this to monetize this. You know what I get?
Fucking stalker.
Oh, it's even worse than 30 hours. It's not even close.
Heavy.
It's not even fucking close, bro. I mean,
disgusting.
He does more than 25 hours a week.
Disgusting.
No, he does less. He's done less, way less.
No, I'm saying, what does he say? Like he does more than that? Is that what
he just talks about doing? He's full time. Like he's, his whole shtick is like, since YouTube has been rough, I have to work more jobs, so I have to go, YouTube part time. But when I was doing good at YouTube, I could go YouTube full time. But here's the thing:
you can't compare the 50 hours that you do to the 25 hours that he's doing. It's totally different shit.
I'm not comparing him at all. I'm not comparing him at all. I'm just saying that he's never streamed a 40-hour week. He's never streamed like a job. You know how you work 40 hours is your average. he's never done that to be labeled full time anyway. That's what we're basing it on. What is he basing part time or full time? He's never changed in what he's done.
Dude, he's definitely a full time.
Look, we'll go monetize this 4 years ago. Look,
Listen, what you're saying? What exactly are you saying? Are you saying he's not a full time YouTuber?
No, I'm saying he streams almost every day, but he doesn't stream. It doesn't equal up to 40 hours. Is what I'm saying.
I know, but like 40 hours is the mark of being a YouTuber or not? Or like, what are you saying?
Jim Carrey,
Well, a full time YouTuber. I don't understand the difference, Ken, in a full time or part time.
That's full time, but he is a full time because his bread and butter is YouTube.
I know, but what I'm saying is right now he says YouTube is he's part time because YouTube's bad right now and he has to work 3 jobs. But my thing is, what is full time?
He's never slowed down anything.
That's what I'm saying. Because I can count from monetize this to monetize this 4 years ago with Matt Hardy owns all rights to the Broken gimmick. So this was that long ago when he was doing Out of Nowhere, when he was doing whatever, Raw Reaction. This Raw is 6 hours. The next SmackDown, he's doing SmackDown show 7 hours. And then he has Out of Nowhere with 6 hours and then monetize this with 5 hours. So you do that. And then he has a PUBG Woken stream 8 hours. So this stream here might be close to 40 hours right here. Now, this is 4 years ago. So maybe he was much more busy 4 years ago. When did you come into the picture? This is monetize this 148.
Yeah, I was around there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So monetize this Out of Nowhere. Then he had this Out of Nowhere. Yeah. So monetize this was 5 hours, 6 hours. Out of Nowhere, an hour and a half. Then SmackDown was 4.5 hours. Raw was 2 hours. And then monetize this again. So there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hours right there.
You know, I said earlier tonight, like, me and Tony don't need to talk on call. Like, we got everything straightened out that we need to straighten out. But no, I am going to speak with you because we did straighten out a lot of things on this call, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Tony, you know how to
Listen, there was a lot of shit that I did see differently, like, that I kind of, like, mentioned tonight, and I'm sure you heard some of it, but, like, I'm not maliciously saying things, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to start a fight, but I'm also trying to give, like, my point of view. And, like, I always say now, maybe I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. Like, obviously, I don't see everything the right way. Nobody does. We're not perfect. So, like, if we're wrong every once in a while, we'll be wrong and think we're right. You know what I mean? And there's parts of my life where I could swear to God I am fucking right when I'm wrong. And it happens to the best of us, right? So all I'm saying is, like, if we say something wrong and, like, you can prove otherwise, then let's do that, because, you know what, it keeps people on the same page and, you know, we're all in the community together, right? So it's like, yeah, I could very easily turn around and be like, you know, I fuck Tony. Let him go do what he does. I don't need to interact with him. And yeah, you could say the same thing about me, right? But we're in the same community. The same people watch a lot of us, right? So why not try to make things good when you can? If there's a little bit of a problem where something needs to be discussed, or you need to, like, say, hey, man, you got this wrong, and here's proof, or
let's figure it out.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so not everything we say all the time, you know, we shouldn't take it apart and shit. Like, as long as nobody's plastering, you know, names or you know, fucking houses or this or that, well, then we should be able to figure it out. You know what I mean? So, but listen, I'm going to get off soon, but I just want to say this too, like, Bulls, and like I was talking before about, like, being cool with people and being, like, so-called friends and supporters of people, like, that are arguing with you. Like, yeah, Bullsy, I know, like, you've had it out with him, and I know he gives you his share. Like, I hear him. He's not an angel.
Well, I just had him on. Yeah, I just had him on, and we actually had a nice talk. We actually ended it very well. We're actually cool.
I'm glad to fucking hear that. I really am, because
I like Bullsy. I think he's a good kid. I think he's a good kid. And I would never want to hurt him. And I said that. I said, when I put your shit out there, bro, I made sure I didn't put one evidence of your name. Anything. The only thing that I put out was a kid that had a blue tracksuit got lost. And I tried to make it funny. But other than that, and I apologized to him the day after and said it's not sitting right with me. But I think that kid's a sweetheart. And I said he's invited on my show all the time. You know?
And as far as Minnesota Vikings, man, like
him, I can't help you with him, bro. That guy's a kid.
I'll tell you this right now. I get it, and that's fine. And then you
do his impression, motherfucker.
You got every right to fucking
talk about me, motherfucker.
Dude, you fucking nailed it, bro.
But what I'm saying is, like, him on the other day with his cousin, right? He was laughing his ass off, and so was his cousin. That's what Minnesota needs to fucking pay attention to, because when Minnesota was doing shows with his cousins and, like, you know, they were doing their thing, let me tell you something. Number one, the guy was happy, and number two, he actually had good content to put out because it was interesting to listen to.
Well, when he was sitting with his cousin and laughing. Yeah.
That's when he's at his best, right? So the other night, him and his cousin jumped on together, or other day, and I listened to it, and I said to myself, man,
I don't know why you got to be discussing anything, Ken, with fucking Tony about me and my cousin and my show. Oh, fuck. Ain't none of Tony's fucking business. This motherfucker ain't part of my community. Don't be discussing fucking me. Talking about fucking me. Fucking to this dick sucker. Piece of shit.
Man, see, Minnesota, he's not really calling anybody out. He's not talking shit. He was having a good time laughing and enjoying his cousin. And I was like, damn, like,
Tony,
this is like Minnesota at its best. And that's
fucker.
He does not fucking, you know,
need to pull up streams of Tony and sit there and hate watch.
Listen, all that other shit, you can, you know, accuse him of all this shit, and he might be guilty.
Keep fucking putting daggers at me, motherfucker. You sitting here throwing a dagger, bitch. Well, you think I'm fucking stupid? You want to throw a dagger at me, huh, motherfucker? You think so, huh? Fuck you, motherfucker.
But
I know he doesn't hack. I can't even start a computer.
Yeah, he does not know how to hack. I know this for a fact. I know that his cousin, even if he did know how to hack, wouldn't do it to people, because the guy is like a normal guy when he's behind the scenes. And he's the type of guy that's just like, hey, man, you know, like, I'm just here to fuck around, have a good time. Like, I'm not interested in, like,
Who-
You know,
yes,
and so
who-
the Super Bowl. He's not interested in, like, you know, hurting people. The guy's just
Yeah.
here like what, you know, if he has to stand up for himself, he will. But he's not looking to fucking fight or dox or hurt.
I'm just here to have a fucking good time. How does he talk when he's not yelling?
I just, like,
How does he talk when he's not yelling? Hear you.
you know what's going on here. You know
What's going on?
what the fuck's going on. You know. You know. Fucking know. You felt. I know you felt it. I know you felt it down inside you. You know. Stop. You fuck. Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking. Now go.
My eyes are watering, bro. My eyes
I'll
are
punch
fucking
you in
tearing
your
you
fucking
fucking-
crooked
you know.
eye, Tony.
No, don't get riled up, Minnesota. You know.
But listen,
Punch you
Minnesota,
in
That's
like,
great.
crooked
like the
straight
guy,
eye.
You know,
he's-
you fucking know.
You fucking
like this.
know.
And he does, but dude, like, he's got the balls with me. You know what I mean? And he'll literally be like, yo, I'm sorry, man. Like 20 minutes later. And so will I to him. Like, 'cause we'll go at each other, you know, because like he'll be in a bad mood and he'll say something fucked up to me. And I'm like, why the fuck are you saying that to me? And like, we'll go back and forth with each other. And
No,
then we'll
I know, but he does start a lot of shit, Ken, for no reason.
No,
Bro.
I don't.
He
Well,
gets mad for no reason, and like,
I
and
don't
exactly like,
start
why are
it
you
for
saying
no
this, bro?
reason.
Like, and he's like, I just don't fucking like you, fucker. Like, and it's like, dude, you're just jealous or hate watching or something.
You don't even know anything, Tony. You just know how to suck cock and get bent over and fucked in your ass. And fucking gimp around with your fucking multiple sclerosis with a fucking needle fucking hanging out of your arm full of heroin while you keep cooking up spoons of fucking heroin, you fucking drug addict motherfucker. Fuck you. Why do I not like you? I don't like drug addicts that shoot heroin like you, motherfucker. And I sure don't like fuckers who sit here and try to manipulate Ken for 3.5 hours and sit and try to manipulate the community for 2 years. And I sure don't like a guy who's doxed 6 different fucking people in the community. I mean, how many more motherfucking excuses do I fucking need? That's about 50 right there. All right? Fuck you, Tony, you fucking cockboy. You fucking fluffer. Bitch. Tony fucking Mr. fucking heroin addict fucking comes over here fucking with his cult and shit. Fucking weirdos and creeps. Sacrificial fucking weird fucks. Go away, you creepy fuckers.
Like, just be normal. Like, I had him on like the call one time, and he was actually laughing, and we had a good time. And then, like I said, the next time, like 2 days later, he was watching me and he was swearing at the fucking computer.
Yeah, listen, to me, it's obvious what's wrong with him. He what he had at one point was really good, and like he enjoyed
I
himself.
guess.
And
Yeah.
now it was good. Like you didn't like it, you thought it was shitty content. The guy was
No,
happy.
but what the thing is, Ken, is he's jealous of someone like me that comes in 6 months
Not
and
jealous
is able to build
weirdo.
500 subscribers and
I
20
don't
people at
care
5 in the morning.
about you,
He's never got 20
fucker.
people in his life, though, Ken.
That's guy, bro. I
Shut
seen him.
up,
I was there and he had
bitch.
40 people watching him. I'm telling you, yeah. And I think
Thank
that's
you.
part of the problem. Is that
43
he had something that was fun and exciting for him.
Yeah.
And, and now he didn't have that for a while with his cousin. And my point
Yeah.
of telling you that story was that his cousin jumped on with him, and hopefully his cousin will jump on with him, and they'll get back to doing what made them happy.
Yeah. I think everybody should.
Well, I don't think Minnesota will act like the way he's acted in the past at all. If he's, having, and he actually has something that he can enjoy and is his own thing.
Bro,
You know?
I don't get it why people would come on here and if they're not having fun. I have no idea why people would do it, bro. Like, especially if you're not making money, then if there's no other reason, then what's the reason? Because for me, it's 100% pure fun. It's definitely not the money. You know why, Ken? Because I streamed for I streamed for over 15 hours today. 8 hours.
Well, good, this dummy can't get nothing anyway, so why explain something he doesn't understand?
Or is this stream, and I did a 5 hour, 6 hour stream earlier. So 8, 9, 10, 12, yeah, 15,
How are you
16.
able to do that with a girlfriend, like, or a girl who's basically your wife? Like, how are you able to do that?
Well,
How does she not you like,
this week is different. She's on vacation this week, so it's a little different. That's why I've been streaming heavy. But usually, I only stream from like 9 or 10 in the morning till like 4:30. Usually, that's my daily schedule, and then I'll maybe do a stream at night, like 10 or 11 when she goes to bed.
Dude, that's like Filthy, right? He has no kids, right? And me and my friends have all say the same thing. Because Filthy travels all the time. That's his thing. He goes and travels, right?
Yeah.
And like you like to stream, Filthy travels, right? When he has no time, he's not working. I mean, but he does work full time job. But when he's not working, he travels, right? And everybody says, oh well, he doesn't have kids. And I was like, yeah, well, that's the luxury. That's one of the luxuries that you get when you don't have kids. You can fucking travel. You can fucking do all these things that you normally wouldn't be able to do with that.
Well, that's the thing. Well, let me just say, like, streaming hasn't always been like my thing that has been fun. That's just my thing now because I got in a car accident and I can't do half of the shit that I used to be able to do.
Oh,
But
you
usually, it was
smashed
like for the
your
past
windshield.
fucking before 2018, it was riding my motorcycle on the beach and like driving my bike 24/7. Like I would be riding all day with my people or by myself on the beach, like just like cruising, fucking lathered up in baby oil, like glistening with the fucking long hair. Like that was my thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw the picture on the bike. So like that would be my thing. Like I would be riding literally for 10 hours a day, and then I would go to work. I would either ride before work because I would work the overnight shift. I would work from 6 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning. So I would ride from 7 a.m. to 5 o'clock.
Yeah, sure.
Literally, or 4 o'clock, 7 to 4 every day. I would ride, and then I would go to work. And I used to work for the T. I used to drive, you know, the disabled people and people with disabilities and elder people to their appointments and stuff. So I used to drive like a short bus. So I used to work at night, but I would drive my bike all day, and that was my thing. But now that I can't do that, it's like, well, streaming, playing like the virtual thing, it gives me the same, close to the same feeling as like riding on a motorcycle. Like I almost get the same kind of like thrill, you know, because I'm like shifted. Like there's no thrill.
I go through patterns in life, bro, too. Like where I'll like, you know, but listen, I gotta go. But let me ask you this: if Dave Rose one day, right, turned around and said to you,
nope, never, ever. I never want to speak to that guy again.
So let me get this right. So you're telling me that I can turn around and say, okay, you know what, man? You said sorry. We come to amends, even though you hurt me bad because you did. You fucking hurt me bad.
Yeah,
like, you did.
Yep.
Okay, because my mother was shaking in her fucking boots.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
And there was a lot of anguish in my life already before that.
Yes.
So you did that.
Yes.
Right? It did. It made it worse, bro. Like it put a lot of pressure on me and my family.
I agree.
A lot. It did.
But it was up short and it was down.
I get that, but honestly, like you should be willing to do the same thing that people.
You mean the string that he has on my house that's still up? Or you mean or do you mean the tweets to the United States Marine Corps accusing me of stolen valor? Which one?
Wow. All right.
Do you know he accused me of stolen valor when he has no evidence and no proof? Do you know you said, hey, so where's the evidence and the proof that you have of all this? And he goes, oh, well, you know, it's been cut up. Tony's streams have been, you know, cut up and disassembled. All of a sudden, the evidence master can't get evidence. You can go on Twitch and all the streams are still up. Everything's in perfect queue of what you need to do or what you have to get for evidence. But there is
no. I gotta say this for a second. I gotta say this. That video that you did that was like hours and hours long. It took like fucking 4 days. And me and Dave, when we spoke on the phone that night, I did mention, hey, dude, it might be an uploading problem because I've noticed some people having that problem with long videos.
No, it was, but it was on Twitch. The whole thing was on Twitch, and I took the Twitch one to YouTube because YouTube didn't keep the stream. It deleted the whole thing. But I had Twitch, so I processed it and I shared it from Twitch to YouTube. That's why it was processing. It usually processes right after. But something happened.
All right, no, I get that. But my point is, Dave, if he had access to that video, he might have like brought up the whole part of when you put up his name and all that shit, and he might, or it's not his name.
That wasn't his name though.
Well, whatever it is, he said the doing it, like, even if it wasn't his name, he still had the intent of blah, 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 right?
Okay, yes, I guess,
well,
sure.
Listen, let me just say this real quick.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not debating anything.
Okay, I know.
Nothing to me, bro.
No,
like,
I know.
If you don't want to be cool with him, even if he apologized and showed remorse, that's your thing, man. I'm not one to judge anybody. I get it. All I'm saying is,
he's been trying too long to do what he's done. He's been working at this for months and months, trying to capture my address, because it's not easy to really find my address or find out where I live. And he saw me go outside and he looked at my street and he lined up the buildings and lined up everything and looked through addresses to find it. That's what he did. That takes time. That's why he's been working on it since 5 months or 4 months, however long it's took. And he said, yeah, I'm working on it because he was working on it. It takes time.
Yeah, but dude, let me tell you something.
Someone that does that, dude, is a bad person.
Internet, bro, like your shit, my shit. If you know the name, you can find it. And like, and that's what I was trying to explain to Dave. I think like that's what I was trying to explain to him about. Like, Dave, you know, I understand what you did. You're analyzing this and you're doing that.
Yeah.
I get that, but I'm saying I know people that come to the same conclusion you came to with everything you said.
Oh, 100%. You're just gonna spend time on. Yeah, you're just gonna spend time. You can do anything if you just put time. If you put time and effort into it. I mean, that's no accomplishment.
You know, so that's I was trying to like, you know, because he.
And that's something I wouldn't brag about either.
But don't forget, in Dave's eyes, you were this guy who came into this community, right, and fucking put my shit up there, right, and then all of a sudden you were fucking with Bullseye. You were fucking did that thing with the guy with the gun thing that happened out there that people were like, yo, what the fuck, man, like.
Yeah, I mean, that guy pointed a loaded gun at somebody. I don't know about that.
I get what he did, but I'm just saying what you were involved with at that time was like, fucking, like all this crazy shit that like he, from an outsider looking in, he was looking at like, oh my god, like this guy's coming in doing all this shit. Like I have to fucking combat this dude before it comes.
But is he the arbiter of morality, the arbiter of intimidation? It's his job to do that.
It's not, but like when you have multiple people coming to you and asking you to protect them and hey, you know, fight with this guy, man. Like you're the only one that can do it. You're the only like because there were people doing that to him. There were people telling him, bro, you gotta help us. You gotta.
But you know, Ken, that I'm like not the only like. See, what the thing about me is, you know, that I'm not really about that kind of stuff because I've only went that far and crossed that line with you and Dave. I don't have a laundry list of names, but Dave has a laundry list of names that he's dealt with problems, doxed, said real information, and I can give you the names of more than 10 people.
Real quick, he's never doxed anybody till he did it with you.
No, that's not true. He's doxed Travis. He's doxed C-Man. He's doxed Bullfrog.
What did dox Travis? He didn't dox him.
He said he threatened to put Travis's real name up and put a poll up. No, he didn't do it, but he certainly threatened it. C-Man's, I think he said C-Man's real name. He's put Bullfrog's information out there. He's done it to OMD. He's done it to Scott multiple times. He's done it to me. That's 7 people. He's done it to YR. That's 8 people. And when he
put YR's address out,
dude, do you want me to play you Travis's video that he put out? Did you watch Travis's video?
He's lying.
Travis states it all. I'm gonna play it right now. Yeah, Travis's video states it all, and it shows exactly who he's doxed, how many people. Like, don't fuck around. It's called. I'll play it right now, and I'm gonna read you all the names. Listen to this.
So everyone exactly where you live. So he doxed who again? How many people has he doxed? Oh, well, that's a good question. To my knowledge, Ken, he's tried to dox me. He's tried to dox Scott.
And I was only able to dox Scott because Dave gave me his info.
So okay, so that's 3. YR, that's 4. Possibly Simo. He's done sufficient numbers. I'm sure he's going to argue with this, but yeah, he's certainly gotten to the point where he's been such a bitch that he's basically like, okay, I'm going to dox you. And have you ever doxed somebody? Well, they're
be right on some of that shit, but like I've never seen any proof that he did anything to Old Man Davey or to who else? Years almost, right? And I've never seen, and maybe I'm not saying
OMD, SC Steve, Bullfrog. He threatened
yeah, the name shit is like, I don't know. It's really not that big.
What I'm saying is, they other things that he's done. C-Man, YR.
Right.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. I know multiple things that stuff he's done on here. Scott's parents stuff he's done. Listen, I don't want to put him against you and shit, but that's your.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know about any of that shit, right? I've heard about it. I've heard people I prove. I haven't seen it, but all I can say is this: what he did with you is the same thing he did with me, right?
Mhm.
And like, it's bad either way.
1,000%. And the fact that his stream is still up is even more fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I would feel if that was my shit that was up there, it would be devastating. Like,
I mean, do I want to flag his channel and have that stream removed and send him flag? No, not really. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just leave my shit up there? The thing has almost 1,000 views. Just let people just keep viewing my house.
I know, man. I
Fucked up. There's nothing unjust to do. There's no. Well, he did take down the stream. Well, he did apologize. Well, he did try to do all the right things. No, there's none of that. He's sleeping in his bed sheets, nice and tidy, with a smile on his face. So I could give a fuck less.
I can't defend him, you know, and I can't defend anybody that does that. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Spine says total scumbag move by Dave to give me that gun. What? What are you talking about? Travis is legit. Almighty one. What else is it? Doesn't matter who does it. Threatening and intimidating is wrong. 100%, and that's what this guy's done. A lot of people.
Sometimes the threatening is just as bad as actually doing it. You know, because it's demoralizing to the person you're threatening it to. Some people take that as like, oh, I'm gonna go right back at you. But some people are like, oh shit, they're devastated by it. So I get that. Sometimes the threat is just as bad as actually doing it. You know, so I do get that. And you know what? Like, I can't defend the guy at all. You know what I mean? And the only thing I could defend you is if somebody came up to me and said, Ken, you're saying you can't defend Dave, but yet you talk to fucking Tony. But I'll talk to Dave too. Like if I had to call in, I'll do it. But my point is, you apologize to me, you show remorse, and that's what mattered to me.
Yeah. And I'm not telling.
You know, like that's the decision I made, and you know what? Like I saw two sides of you, and I saw the side that I met, and I thought was a cool guy, and the person, that, you know, blah blah blah. And you know what? I saw the other side of you that, like, you know, is not willing to stop, and it's willing to go the whole route, man. And I hope the fuck you never go to that area again.
No.
You keep saying you're here for a short time, 6 months, and it is short. And the amount of shit that you got involved with people already, you know, 6 months is a lot of shit, dude. To be honest,
a lot of people come after me,
bro. I do love you, and I do think you're talented, and I do think you deserve that. You're a piece of art. I do. Everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves a piece. Okay, I'll never want to hate on somebody. If somebody's talented and people like watching them, I'm a shield, and that's always how I've been. Because I'm perfectly happy with who I am and where I'm at. And yes, you are right. It took me a while to get to this person because I wasn't this person early on in my life, my 20s, and partially in my 30s. It took a lot of anguish. It took a lot of knowing. It took a lot of learning. It took a lot of.
Ken, sorry, but Joe finally, he gave up 24 minutes ago. He couldn't. He tapped out. He tried to beat us. I bet he tried to fucking stream as long as he.
Real quick. Let me tell you this real quick. So about like 2 weeks ago, somebody sent me a message going, "You fucking fat prick. You fucking went and you wouldn't end it till Joe did." And I swear to God, listen to me. I swear on my kids that I was not, and I do not pay attention to what time Joe comes on and what time he goes off there. I swear to God, I could give two shits if I ended before him or after him. Before him or after him. I go by my schedule only. I don't go by his schedule. I don't even care what he's doing when he's live. I don't even listen to him. And the only time I know he's live is when people are either sending me messages or sending me sound bites to tell me that things are going on right now while I'm doing my show. That's the only fucking time, right? And somebody sent me a message saying you can hold out. You had to end your show 5 minutes after Joe ended his to what? To just send him a message, blah blah blah. And I was like, you fucking scumbag. That's what I look like to you. That I'm not trying to fucking like go tit for tat with this guy.
No, but he does.
Same ballpark. I don't consider myself in the same ballpark as Joe. I have a small ass channel for that. I have a small ass.
No, but you know what? But here's the thing, though, Ken. Joe, he gets off on it because there's nothing else for him to get off on. So he concentrates on the small guys all the time because that's what he really cares about.
I used to say that all the time, dude. I used to say when I talked about Joe about a year and a half ago, and I was really going at him and really and everything with him. I was saying things like, "Look at this, a 60, 70,000 sub channel worried about a fucking 2,000 sub."
That's where he is, and you know what? It's a 70,000 sub channel worried about a 500 per subscriber sub channel in me because he goes live. He sees my thing, my thumbnail goes live over it all the time, and it's not just for fucking show ponies and horses and show ponies, bro. It's by tactical.
I'll tell you this: there's one thing that Joe proved us in the last like 3-4 years. Is that, well, that too, but this is the most important thing that he's proven to me personally, and I know he's proven it to you already, and a bunch of other people. Okay, because Joe only does things when it suits Joe. Like for instance, if Ken gets into a fight with Dave Rose, Joe calls in Dave Rose that night. If he gets into a fight with Tony, Joe calls in that night. If he gets into a fight with Joe calls in that night. Like Joe only makes calls and only does things at opportunistic times to benefit him. He will not call people out of the blue unless it benefits him, dude. That's 100%. And he's always been like that, and it shows too. And sometimes I feel like saying to Joe, like, Joe, do you realize like the shit you do, like a lot of us see through, and like it's disrespectful, and you know what you're doing. Like you should really.
Everything's been exposed, Tony. From the cult to the manipulation to the lies to the 16 people you've doxed and counting and everything you fucking did and brought all them people from your cult, Carlos and shit. Wow, dude. Trying to manipulate Ken for 3.5 hours on the stream. Absolutely fucking disgusting.
really start thinking.
He doesn't care.
With people,
No, he doesn't care. He knows that you.
But listen, on his channel, he doesn't have to worry about like if he like, all right, for instance, he gets into a fight with you, he comes onto your channel and apologizes to you because he was dead wrong, but he blows you up on his channel.
Yeah.
Your channel to apologize to you, right?
Yep.
Don't say anything on his channel. So on his channel,
Yep.
never exist.
Memory
Yep. He apologized to you
Yep.
and made it feel better. So what I'm saying is, he knows that, we know that. So why can't, whenever he comes over here, whether it's on your show or Dave's show or YR show, whenever he comes over here, why can't he just say, okay, listen, I'm not on my channel, probably nobody's really listening. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest with these guys.
Because he can't. Because he's not going to do that. Because then that will blow up, and he maintains his character.
No, his people won't hear it, bro.
He maintains his character. 90. He's like the Undertaker, bro.
Yeah,
Joe is like the Undertaker, bro.
Listen, our channels are so small compared to his that even if we wanted to blow it up and be like, hey, all of Joe's listeners, look at the real Joe who came over my channel.
But we know that. But Ken, we already know that's the truth. So why do we need to hear from Joe?
Because it would be nice when you interact with him to get.
I know it would. Wouldn't it?
Once in a
It
while,
would
you know
be.
what I mean?
It really would be. I'm telling you, it would be great.
Nice to talk to Dan Cronin
Yes.
and get honest feedback and
Yes.
honest. You know, maybe he said sorry, or like the other night when he spoke, I think it was on yours or Dave's. He spoke and he said something like, "Oh, you know, I fucked up quite a bit, man. You know, maybe it is my fault. Most of these cases that I fight with people and stuff, maybe it is my fault. I could be a real asshole all the time." Like it was like, whoa, like you're being fucking real. Like and I know he's doing that over there or over here because he knows, okay, this is never gonna get back to the people that listen to me on my channel, so I can be honest with them. Like I'm thinking to myself, why not just be honest with us and give us honest answers?
Yeah,
and be
he won't. He won't.
outside?
Here's the thing.
No.
He's such a habitual and such a what's the other word? Liar. Not habitual, but the other word when you lie. Pathological. Yeah, he's such a liar, a pathological liar that it's just built into him to lie and to do his character full time. That the only time you see the real Joe is with his family.
Boy, your
That's it.
memory's
That's it,
really
bro. They know
good,
Daddy's
Tony,
working.
you fucking
You know what I'm saying?
bitch.
When Daddy begs and Daddy cries
Fucking
broke, Daddy's just
bitch,
working.
bitch.
That's what the kids know.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
oh, it's not
Daddy
true.
goes-
Daddy's working.
Dude, when Daddy goes on there and says things like, I have nothing to live for and I hate my
They
fucking
know
life.
Daddy's just working. It's all fake.
Because one day, like what you say on the internet lasts forever, okay?
Yep, and the kids are gonna hear.
Grown-up kids, and they might hear those words. And if they do, they can sit there and say to themselves, like, yo, like, wasn't having me healthy and having me to love and me love you back as a kid, as your daughter, as your son, isn't that good enough?
Yeah, he's hoping he'll be long gone in the history books. Will have Joe
Or is he
Cronin as.
just gonna turn around and tell his kid, Daddy was just lying?
No, Daddy was working.
Daddy
No,
was happy.
Daddy was working, Ken.
Daddy was just working. Daddy was playing a bit. And
Yeah, no, Daddy was working. Daddy was
You
doing.
know what? I hope for his sake that one of those two things that we just said is the truth, because you know what, that's pretty shitty to fucking like, because you know what, no matter how bad life got for me.
Yeah, I couldn't say that online. I couldn't say it. Like
No,
even
you want to know something? I couldn't say it online. I could never say it in life because no matter how bad times get, and no matter how bad they're going to get in the future, right? I would never turn around and say, I just want to die because
yeah,
I
it's
want
bad
to.
karma, bro. Even to fuck around with that shit is fucked up, bro. Putting that energy out there and just even saying shit like that. Like, I don't do that, bro. I don't say that kind of shit. Like no way.
That's like with the guy Idol, bro. Prince Idol. Like people saying he's dead, but like you know the odds.
Oh yeah, that's still on my fucking thing, by the way.
Well,
Like,
listen,
rest in peace, Prince
like, I don't know, man. I hope it's not true. I pray to God that is not true. Okay, I pray if it is true, it's going to be fucking horrible. Okay, it's going to be horrible, man. Because if that is true, that is fucking downright horrible.
Yeah, if he's
true and somebody like started that shit, man, I wouldn't be surprised, man, because like, you know, just the history alone makes me think like, yo, that is something that would be started as a joke from a couple of people. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is I hope the fuck's not true, and I'm gonna bounce. I gotta go to sleep. It's already
all
daylight.
right, Ken. Yeah, I did say like, bro. I had a blast talking with you, bro. I'm glad you called in. Sorry for
There's a lot, you know, listen,
Yeah,
man,
we did.
speak to you. I didn't think I needed to, but you know what? Like, I'm glad I did. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm probably gonna take some heat for speaking with you.
No,
but-
I don't think so.
No, I am, because there are some people that are like, what the fuck? But I'll tell you this right now.
Jeez.
Like, listen, as far as I'm concerned, like, you apologize to me, I apologize to the shit I said,
Yeah.
and like I move forward. And you know what? Listen, I know you like your reaction to the whole Dave thing and Dave's reaction to what you did. Like he's hurt from what you did. Obviously, you probably never admit it, and you're hurt from what he did. And like I just pray one day you guys can fucking like either not, even if you don't work it out, but just respect each other in a way that you know you guys can just go your own separate ways and leave alone. And it looks like it's almost happening, and I hope it's continue to happen, because if you can't be friends, then at least respect each other enough to just
That's where we're going. We'll go our separate ways. I'm moving on. You know, I wish you would take that shit down, but at that point, that's why I'm cutting off all ties. And I'm just doing my Stony Tony community. Almighty One says, best call. Fatso says, Tony and Kenny boy need a podcast together. Make it happen. Well, I wouldn't go that far, guys. Come on, just a phone call.
Dude,
Let's relax. Eh?
Listen, dude, listen. Anybody that I can work with, I feel privileged to, because like I'm no better than the next man.
Yeah,
So
but Ken, we always have a great time, bro. You always make me die laughing. Every call, bro.
I do, and that's why I also stick up for people like Minnesota and people like that, because you know what? Like I've had good vibes and good times with people like him too, and that's why it's like, fuck, man. Instead of seeing people fight with each other, we all laughing and having a fucking fun time. Like, and I get it. It sounds corny and cliche, but honestly, that's what this is all for.
That's what it is.
You know, to escape the bullshit.
That's why we're here, bro. That's why I come on here to smoke and have fun. That's it.
And I listen, if I'm a judgmental prick, like I said, in the future, if I say something, come to me and we'll work it out. If you want to call me a couple names, I'm all good with that. Like, I don't have a problem going down that road and hanging out and fucking letting it all out. But like all that other shit, man, like stay far away from it. And please, everybody, stay far away.
This fucking thing of ours.
Like Chili Cheese J thing, bro. Like Chili Cheese J is a good guy, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
It's, you know, gonna be fucking just.
But here's what I gotta say. I will say
Cheese
this: when Shithead did send out my information to like 15 or 20 people in the Skype, randomly he sent out my address to people.
And listen, you proof of that?
Yeah, he said it online. He's on air doing it, saying, "Okay, here we'll send it to this person, this person." Bullsy was one of the people that received it, and he said it was like in a thing, and he knows Minnesota was one of the people that received it. And what I will say is, out of the people that have received it, my address came up in my.
That's it, bro. My address has been in your chat like a gazillion times.
Well, I have it blocked. So
I'm saying when you first started, it was in there all the time.
Yeah,
Same thing, Sean's view, Sean's chat, and like a bunch of other people. Man, it sucks, bro. I get it. It's not good. I don't wish it on anybody, and I wish that it fucking never happened. But once the floodgates open, that's it. You know.
Yep. It is what it is.
You can't point the finger either, because it's like you're never going to know unless you pay money to look into that. Who's doing it?
Fato says, "Oh, he's gonna be super jealous now." Kenny called in when he wakes up.
No, I'll tell you this.
Yes, he
Not
is.
to be jealous. Always not going to be jealous. You know why?
You're wrong about that. You know.
Hit me up and said you need to call in.
That makes me feel better because you know why. individual chance, just like you do. You know,
Yeah,
and just because
Yeah, I
me,
was
me and
like that back in the day when I first started, bro. I was just like you, man. Like sometimes when you say that shit, I think of myself back in the day when I first started, how innocent and like different it was.
Yeah.
Because it was smaller and it was like more of a like tighter group. Now there's a little more people. It's not a lot, but like it's a little more of a, you know.
But for me, I say it's just like I keep it. It's listen, it's Tony TV, bro. It's me at the end of the day, and I don't have to answer to nobody. Maybe you're in different positions, you, Joe, other people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know what time it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of time, it is almost 6 in the morning. I'm gonna let Kent get out of here because we can talk all day. I appreciate the call, 1,000%, bro. You definitely, I was a little hurt.
Slow, bro, because like there was a lot of shit. Because like tonight,
Yes.
like when I said what I said, like I honestly like I meant what I said, but like I also didn't know all the facts too. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, both ways. You know, where I knew some shit and I didn't. So I'm glad I did speak to you because there was a couple of things like you know that I wanted to say to you, like as far as like what we discussed tonight. So I'm glad it came out. And
Can do a Tommy voice? What do you have, a Tommy voice? What's a Tommy voice?
I told you to shut the fuck.
I guess that does sound like his voice. He was on today with you for a long time, right? How does he talk though when he just talks like, oh, he kind of sounds like a puppet.
Yo, you know what? Listen, some of my voices that I do are not the exact imitation of a person. Sometimes it will be exactly the way that person sounds, but sometimes it will be a totally fucking just over the top version of that person. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yep.
Like if somebody has like a little list, I would take it and turn it into like this.
Yeah,
you know,
dude. Nah, dude, you're awesome at that shit. I love that shit. That's a talent in itself, bro. That's a talent that I don't have, and I love laughing at it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I like it too.
Dude, that's why I always say we're all talented in our own ways. Like,
Exactly.
we really are. It's the truth.
Exactly.
Man. Something I don't know how to do, you know how to do fucking amazing. Something you don't have to do, how to do. Like, you know, we all bring our own shit. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, no one's better than anybody. Nobody's.
Bro, I don't fucking sit there and think I'm better than anybody, man.
No, I don't either, dude. I try to stay humble as fuck. You know, even like every day with my sobriety, bro. Like, you know, you never know what tomorrow brings, bro.
You
I've
ain't
been,
got no
3 years
sobriety,
without a
you
fucking
heroin
nothing.
addict.
So at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm blessed for every day. Like a day by day.
Shoot
Because you never know, day by day with everything. You
Listen,
never
I just pray to God
for a long
that
time.
nobody gets hurt from the doxing that's happened on any side.
I hope to God I don't
Especially
need
Dave too. And I said your grandma,
Why
my
you
mother, his
did it,
father, like
six
none of these people.
different
No, you never know what kind of fucking psycho is gonna
You
watch that stream
hypocrite.
and then fucking see, oh, there's a house up there. Oh, you got the address? Okay, I'm gonna fuck. I don't even know who this person is, but I'm gonna fuck with them.
I pray
You know what I'm
for
saying?
I played that because it happened. I had people knocking. I don't know if it was definitely because of my address being out there, but I know for a fact that people fucked my parents' house because of my address being out there.
Yeah.
Not every one of them might have been from YouTube, but I know for a fact, like when they got swatted, and I can prove that my parents were swatted, bro. I have video, I have documentation, I can prove it in a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it happened, bro, and it is not fun, and it is not good, and innocent people are involved. But you know what? People who did it don't give a fuck about innocent people. They don't care.
No.
On the
You know,
street.
hey, when we say this thing, when we say shit like this, it's like preaching to somebody who doesn't care. They're like, hey, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and fuck your family. They don't care.
No,
You know?
and that's why it kind
God,
of sucks that the stream's still up and everything's still out there. And, you know, it's just like, it's kind of like, all right, if you try to do it to be an asshole and fuck with shit, that's one thing. But the fact that you did what you did and it's still up there and it's leaving and you stand by it, that's another thing. That's like a whole nother ballgame.
Dude,
Understand?
listen. You can sit here and say, you know, Dave does a character online, and you can also sit here and say, well, dude, he's called Devious Day Rose for a reason. And you know what? Like, he said it. He kept warning and saying, like, stop now, man, stop now. And I understand, like, you being like, no, fuck you.
Wait, stop what though?
Like, fucking back with him. You know what I mean?
So
like,
what I don't get it. Am I just supposed to let him stream on me?
You're not at fault.
No, but here's the thing, Ken. Last week he streamed 50 hours, 45 to 50 hours just on Stony Tony.
I know, dude. I know. It's fucking.
So am I just supposed to let that go on
him, so.
and not stand up to him like nobody else has and let him just intimidate everybody else? I said, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team guys and I'm gonna stand up to this prick because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what happens.
And dude, let me tell you something. That's what he was thinking.
What?
That's exactly what he was thinking. I'm gonna take one for the team.
One
and
for
I'm
the team?
gonna fucking this motherfucker. Yeah, because he said it himself. When you doxed me, that's when he first started thinking about
That was
you.
his like, that was his psychotic thinking. That's what a serial killer thinks like, you know.
Well, dude,
but the general consensus
It's
Ken
okay
was,
for you
what
to
the fuck are you
think
doing?
like that,
I get that. And
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, so many people went to him. I'm pretty sure I know I did, asking him.
A lot of it. Yeah.
Not with you specifically, but the message that I sent him,
Wow.
the time when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna stop fucking with Scott," I said it in there, like, please, before somebody, you know, you get hurt or somebody else gets hurt, and that meant this. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I meant. You know what I mean?
if you're gonna call me playing a video that he's filmed, if you're gonna call that intent or like poking the bear, I guess we can't play videos that
I'm saying from my understanding. When
I know what he explained to you.
Yeah, it was from when you doxed me. He was like, "Yo, it's my friend. I'm gonna," but he didn't dox you right away. You know what I mean? After you did that.
Exactly. But he was working on getting the shit. It was taking time to find where I live, so he was working on it. But the thing is, he's always been gearing to that. And he was just waiting for a way to release it. That's all. That's all he was doing.
He threatened to it a million times, you know, and said, you know, all this and that. So I mean,
but it's like, at the end of the day, it's just he wanted a reason to do it, and you know, doxing, doing the Ken thing was his out to do it. The reason for the serial killer to do it.
Say that. You can definitely say that because when I said to him, like, please, when we got into that argument, and he said, oh, that shit about getting your shit, and I said, no, I never asked you to get nothing from me.
Exactly.
And he admitted, no, you never did ask me. I never did. Nor would I want it, or I want him to do that. So, you know,
and there's a clip of him saying, yes, wanting his address, yes, threatening to harm him and intent with it, no. And it's like, no, that's exactly what you did. You put my information out there with intent to harm and threaten and dox. Intimidation.
I'm not saying whether he's right or wrong, but he had the same like thoughts in his mind, like, oh shit, like look at this guy going in and put somebody's house up like that, like I'm gonna fucking show him, like, you know, like
and I guess that's what like psychotic killers think, that they're, you know, the like the police, and they think they're the arbiter of.
Well, yes, I think in a way that Dave thinks like he's, you know,
exactly.
I don't know if he thinks people think this of him or he thinks this of himself. I don't know, but I do think that Dave thinks he has to be the guy to sacrifice himself to fucking go at other people. You know,
and it shouldn't be that. He's got to let people deal with their own problems. But can you do an impression of me? Somebody said in the chat. How would you do a Tony impression?
I mean, I could do you on the computer with my voice changer a little bit. I don't think I don't think I can do you like
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think you've ever did a Tony impression unless just going.
I saw that you do when you go.
Yeah.
You do that every once in a while.
Yeah, not much anymore.
No, but when I noticed it, you were doing it a lot, and I was like, oh my god, you're doing it a lot. Now what you're doing a lot is you like to finish what you're saying and go, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. You know
You've
what
been doing that a lot lately, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I know
Serial.
it's like this because I do like a lot of people's voices, or I try to study their voice. I don't know why I
Yeah.
do this, but I notice it about everybody. Like with Dave, whenever Dave would be done saying something and he would go like that and like suck his teeth, I would
I never noticed that.
oh, dude, it would drive me up the wall. He was doing it one day so many times that I was like, please fucking stop. And like
Really?
a normal person who listens to you all day and hears that doesn't even notice it. But for some reason,
No,
I
Dude,
notice
because you study people's
You're a
impressions and you try that
serial
facial feature.
rapist.
subconsciously though, bro. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
do it subconsciously. It's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But like certain things either make me laugh.
Have you been doing that since you were a kid?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, see?
I used to imitate all my fucking all my well, not all my friends, but I would imitate teachers and like my
Oh, so in school they'd be like, "Yo, Kenny, do Mr.
scary.
Alberts, do Mr.
Oh,
Alberts,"
fine.
and you would like walk in like a big fat guy, and be like,
I
"Hello."
used to do my shop teacher, okay?
He's a
And people would
serial
lose their
killer.
ever fucking mind
That's
when I would do
hilarious.
that. Because he would sound like this. He would come in and he'd be like, "All right, today we're going to do what are you guys?" And he'd always do like that whole thing. And I was doing it like back then.
What, like a John Madden? It's kind of like a John Madden.
He was kind of like a
It was
Madden.
like, boom.
He was kind of like a Madden guy. Yeah, he was because he would always like double talk whatever you're saying. So he'd be like, you know, so yeah, and I'd embellish the fuck out of it and act like I hacked my finger off, and I'd be like, "My goddamn finger!" You know, like
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
laughing on the whole thing.
Yeah, John Madden's pretty good too.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Like I didn't think I did it good at first, so that's why I stopped fucking doing it for a while. But like some imitations, bro, like I'll nail, and then I won't know how to do it again. Like my Stone Cold Steve Austin was like fucking amazingly good, like a couple of years ago, and now recently, I feel like I can't get it. And it was all right. So there's a couple of imitations that Joe stole off me, 150%. Everybody knows the Ryback one. I was the first guy doing Ryback. Blah blah blah.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely was. And he steals like coin phrases too, like the ones that I made up about Ryback, like when I would go,
Yeah.
he like totally just hacked it out, right? But whatever, I don't even give a fuck. But the one that he stole that I couldn't believe he stole, and he thinks he does so good, is two of them. Jesse the Body Ventura, okay? And the second one is fucking Jake the Snake Roberts, okay? Because I'm doing those fucking imitations on his shit and my shit. And I was like, Jake the Snake on his show, okay? Because I saw this guy do it online, and I was laughing my ass off. And I came on a Joe show that night, and I was like, I'm Jake the Snake Roberts the entire night. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, I am gonna fucking be imitating him the whole night. And he's like, why? I was like, because I'm dying laughing at some of the shit I said. I kept doing it all night, and I kind of sold it up to somebody else myself.
Yeah.
I put his shit first, and then like years later, I hear him doing it.
Was everybody laughing though?
Oh yeah, people were fucking losing it. Yeah, they were losing it.
Yeah.
It turned out funny, right? And I was like imitating him, like eating chicken and shit, and like it was stupid, but it was funny. And you know, so Joe, he likes to fucking take little things here and there, but like I don't care because
No, I'll tell you this, Ken.
Listen, but dude, I admit it. Like there's a lot of shit that he did that I learned from him, but he will never turn around and say, hey, yeah, I do clip people in the community now because of Ken.
Well, listen to this though, Ken. He took a bit off me when I was doing the JD when I was driving the car, and I had the I forget there was like a filter, and I was driving the car and I did this JD bit where I was like driving a shitty car inside a Mustang and whatever, and then all of a sudden I see Joe like I did this like I'm talking about like 6 months ago, and then I see Joe like last month. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He did the bit. The same thing with JD with the car with the same filter, and I was like livid, bro. I was reviewing it, and I was like, dude, this motherfucker, he literally stole my bit, and like it didn't go nowhere. Nobody laughed because he half-assed it, and he knew I did the bit, and he couldn't perfect it. But you know what he did? He said this, and he's like, no, dude, like after I did the bit, like I shouted you out. I said, thanks, Tony from your bit for that one. I said I stole the bit from you, bro. Like I gave you credit. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
I was gonna just say this. I was just gonna say like, all right. So sometimes I will think like Joe stole the bit off me, and then I'll say to myself, well, you know what? Scott sits over there and says that I like fucking use the alien filter, and I took a picture of myself and I put it on my Skype channel just to like say some stupid shit to him about being an alien. When in reality, all I did was do the filter, and I thought it looked funny, and I put it on my shit, not even thinking about I shouldn't put that up because Scott goes by the alien, so he's gonna think I'm fucking.
Yeah, no, dude.
Right? So my point is, like Scott sat there and goes, oh, look what Ken did with the alien thing, just because he knows he fucks with me. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, he any further from the truth because I wasn't even doing that. So I thought, hey, Ken, maybe you could be wrong about Joe in certain areas. Because,
He gave me. He's like, no, dude, I showed you out after I said this.
Something like that. If he said something like that, well, then that just solidifies it like 100%. It was your bit.
Oh yeah, I know it was my bit because I came up with it 100%. Like I did the filter and I was laughing because I was like, yeah, JD, I'm like JD except I'm driving a fucking Prius. Like, and I was ragging on him, bro. And he's like, yeah, dude, no, I gave you credit. I said, I saw the filter and it reminded me of the bit you did, and so I did it. And then I said,
oh my god, dude, I love how they'll come on to anybody's program that he comes on to and they'll say things like, oh, Scott McKinnon sent me the link and told me to call you guys.
Yeah.
And then Scott will hit him up like, dude, that was like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
And then he'll go because he had it all ready to go. Oh, it must have been someone else posing as you because he's used that excuse now about 17 fucking times in about 3 years.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, stop using that excuse. You watch Tony.
He's watching now.
Dave, you watch Ken. You watch YR. You watch all of these guys. So stop the bullshit and just admit it. I know in your mind you could never admit that you watch people who are below you. I know that. But guess what? You do watch. You do.
Nope. I don't watch. I get sent clips, Ken. Nope.
No, he does watch.
No, Ken, I get sent clips, bro. Ken, I'm working 3 jobs, bro. I don't have time.
Yeah, bullshit. He watches every fucking word. I don't believe it. He watches my shit on a replay.
Exactly.
And I watch everybody's shit, and so does Joe. Stop the fucking lying. At least admit it. And that's his pride to where he thinks, I could never admit that I watch these guys, especially on my channel, because that would just bring, that would just bring views to them. Or that would just bring, that would be me admitting that these people are talented. Like, God forbid you do that, But whatever, man. I don't, whatever, man. But anyway, dude, good shit, man. I'm glad
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Hopefully in the future things will work out between everybody, man. I really hope that happens because I don't want it to get any fucking worse.
No, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
Dude, if you think about it, this last year has been horrible with the death of fucking Real Talk and like all the horrible shit that's happened. Like I can see why people are leaving, but like you said before, there's way too much good for me in this shit to leave, and I ain't nowhere unless God takes me. So.
Yep, 100%. Like you are what you create and what you surround yourself with, and I try to surround myself with a community that I built from fucking scratch, from the ground up, bro.
Same thing with me, bro. Same thing with me, dude. Like I had a channel that said 1 sub on it when I first started, and I know 3,000 subs isn't a lot, but if you go look at the generation of people that are like the power that's generated in my chat and the people that are mingling and the people that call in and the people that fucking show me support, like I can't get any better than that. Like, and if this is the best it's gonna get, well, that's fucking perfect for me because I absolutely like am humbled by the shit that I get, and the people that interact with me and the people that show me support is a fucking grand slam for me, man, because it helps me out as a person and it gives me an outlet and it gives me friends and people I can vibe with, and that's all I can ask for. You know, that's all I can ask for. All that bad shit about yes, I hope nobody gets hurt, but you know what? If they don't, thank God, because you know what? It's all been butter for me then. You know what I mean? So
yep, and let this just be a fact. I'm not telling you to not be friends with anybody, and you know, you do you. And I always said that my relationship with that person is solely their relationship, not fucking who they're friends with and their friends and friends.
Yeah, I've always been like that too, bro. I've always been like that too.
So I'm not going to tell you don't be friends with him because look what he did. It's worse than what you do what you do. As long as we're on the same page, it's all good.
I got an issue. There's other people out there that have sent me so much shit on certain people that you have never like since this whole thing's been going on, even before it, have never sent me anything about you in any way, shape, form to like or anybody else. Like
we only talk about our shit. Like if I talk to you, it's only about me and you.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's how I do it with anybody.
Yeah, there's only a handful of people in the community that if you speak to them, they're all automatically talking about like other people.
Yes.
And, you know, like listen, sometimes those people are just venting. I get it because I vent myself sometimes, but
yes.
You know, it's like I try to stay away from shit like that. You know what I mean?
I get you. No, the same with me. You know, so we'll be here. We'll be here. Stony Town TV as always. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it, brother. Have a good one, Kenny boy. There he goes, brother.
Wow. Disgusting.
Wow. What a call. What a fucking call, dude.
Disgusting, guys.
3.5 hours, bro. Yo. Ken was on for 3.5 hours, bro. That's longer than fucking monetize this. Usually is. That's longer than most shows are. I mean, the conversation was just fucking flowing, bro. Conversation was flowing, bro.
There you go.
I was into it. I wasn't tired. He didn't put me to sleep. The time just went by.
Well, there you go. That's fucking disgusting. But I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed the 3.5 hour stream with Ken on Tony's stream. All of it right there. Speed it up. If you want to hear it again, rewind it. But that was disgusting.